Oh, wow. It's Jam TV, show number 9. All right. This is a musically significant show, not just because we have great artists coming on and jamming every week, but because it's the second, no, it's the third measure. It's the third measure. So it's one, two, three, four, two, two, three, four, three, which is 9, the ninth beat. I don't know. I thought about that all week because the show opened. But good to see you all on Jam TV. And as people come on, I'm going to bring my good friend Bill Nolman on the air. And let's bring him on right
For a
now.
minute there,
Hey,
I thought you
Bill.
were like counting out Dave Brubeck or something. Like
Yeah.
one, two,
One,
three,
two,
three,
three.
two, three.
Yeah, right.
It's
Forget
nine
that.
four, isn't it? 9-4 or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, somebody said that. They said 5-4. You know, they go, oh, may the fourth be with you. You know, it's a Star
Right.
Wars with a lisp day. But somebody said it's Dave Brubeck Day. 5-4 is Dave Brubeck Day.
All right. I think more of the listeners are aware of Pot Day, I think, than Dave Brubeck Day.
Yeah, exactly. 420. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for us?
I'm going to start off with this. This week we had a couple of auspicious birthdays, and one for sure. The other one, we'll see if I have time to do it. But I'm going to start off with a little Burt Bacharach song, and one that I always loved.
All right, do you think?
I love Burt.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, walk on by, walk on by, make believe that you don't see the tears, just let me grieve in private, 'cause each time I see you I break down and cry. Walk on by, don't stop, just walk on by. I just can't get over losing you, and so if I seem broken and blue, walk on by. Walk on by. Foolish pride, that's all that I have left. So let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me when I said goodbye. Walk on by, don't stop, just walk on by. Don't stop, just walk on by.
Any string sections want to just join in here?
Just walk on by and walk on by. Foolish pride, that's all that I have left. So let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me when you said goodbye. Just walk on by. Just walk on by. Now you really gotta go to walk by. Baby, you should leave and never see the tears I cried. Just walk on by.
Yeah, I learned major seventh chords from Burt Bacharach. And then Laura Nyro drilled them into my head on top of that. So, this is a little song. It's a Jagger Richards song. And as I'm going to be playing tomorrow at the Norwalk Hospital, which we did on Monday too. Other people have done it. Steve Avitable, Hector has done it. A bunch of people have done it. It's really kind of one of those things that's very rewarding, and you just feel like I got to give something back to these people because they're just, they're working fearlessly and they're helping everybody in spite of many obstacles put in their path. So there's a little song that sort of pays tribute to them, and I've taken the great liberty, which I know that Keith would be too loaded to even notice, but I've changed a couple of words here as well.
Let's drink to the hardworking people. Let's drink to the lowly of birth. Raise your glass to the good and the evil. Let's drink to the salt of the earth. Say a prayer for the doctors and nurses. Spare a thought for their unselfish work. Say a prayer for their loved ones and children who burn the fires and who still till the earth. And when I search the faceless crowd, a swirling mass of gray and black and white, they don't look real to me. In fact, they look so strange. Raise your glass to the hardworking people. Let's drink to the uncounted heads. Let's think of the wavering millions who need leaders but get gamblers instead. Spare a thought for the stay-at-home voter. Empty eyes gaze at strange beauty shows. The latest tweet from a blue-suited grifter who really cares about nothing at all. And when I search a faceless crowd, a swirling mass of gray and black and white, they don't look real to me. In fact, they look so strange. Let's drink to the hardworking people. Let's think of the lowly of birth. Spare a thought for the ragtaggy people. Let's drink to the salt of the earth. Let's drink to the hardworking people. Let's drink to the salt of the earth. Let's drink to the 2,000 million. Let's think of the humble of birth.
True to the song, I am actually drinking. I decided to go full bore here, and this is to all the frontline people who are helping everybody here. Little cactus juice. You know, hopefully I won't have to get my stomach pumped later on and waste your time. And now, let's see. You know, sometimes you gotta just, as they said in Risky Business, you know what they said in Risky Business. Sometimes you gotta just say, what the.
I know I said I'd leave you alone, but I'm going to pour my tequila into my orange juice.
There you go.
What is that called? That's called a
Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise. That's what I'm having. I made it way full.
There you go.
And cheers. I'll have a drink.
Cheers to you too. And cheers to everyone.
I think you're supposed to stir it up. Wow.
Well, we'll see. So also this week it was the birthday of absolutely one of my biggest musical heroes, a guy who pound for pound is as good as anybody who ever played music. Instrumentalist, songwriter, singer, keyboard player, guitar player, like whatever. And an old man's soul from the beginning. At 18 years old, he did, give me some lovin'. So this is for Stevie Winwood. And, I apologize in advance. I have no reason to be doing this, but this will be the first time I'm doing it, so we'll see,
think about it, there must be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart, I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk blind and we try to see, falling behind what could be. Bring me a higher love, bring me a higher love, oh. Bring me a higher love. What's that higher love I keep thinking of? Words are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fears and standing out there all alone. A yearning, and it's real to me. There must be someone singing for the golden beam. The tequila's knocking. Bring me the higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love. But this higher love will be waiting of. I will wait for it. I'm not too late for it. Until then, I'll sing my song to cheer the night along. I could fill the night up with my soul on fire. I could make the sun shine from pure desire. Let me feel the love come over me. Let me feel the way it could be. Big synth kind of thing happening. Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. What's this higher love I keep thinking of? Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. What's this higher love I keep thinking of? Ooh.
So check this out. I got caught off guard by the beginning of the show, so I made sliders tonight. This is actually I don't know if it looks good at all.
No, it looks fabulous.
But that's I made a really like burned and bloody beef on really nice bread with melted Munster cheese on top of it.
Nice.
And that's what I'm doing. So when I said I have a lot of things to do behind the scenes while you play the opening of the show, that was part of it.
In a sense, from a cardiology perspective, I'm an enabler.
Exactly.
I allow you to make hamburgers while, you know.
All right, cool. You got one more song for us?
Sure.
All right, go for it.
I got a million of them. Do something that shows off my ALM French. I was in like a French class that, you know, in third grade, you started taking French in elementary school. I took it all the way through college. And I wish I'd taken Spanish. But whatever. This is kind of more Canuck than straight.
Jolie, how do you do? My name is Jean-Guy Tibelourou. My name is Jean-Paul Jolie. My name is Jean-Guy, my Jolie. J'ai une maison à La Fontaine where we can live if you marry me, une belle maison à la fontaine, where we will live, you and me. Oh, Louise, ma jolie Louise, ma jolie Louise. Tous les matins au soleil, I will work till work is done. Tous les matins au soleil, I did work till work was done. And then one day, the foreman said, Jean-Guy, we must let you go. Et puis mon homme, il est pas bon at the mill anymore. Oh, Louise, I'm losing my head. I'm losing my head. My kids are small, 4 and 3. Et la bouteille, she's mon amie. I drink the rum till I can't see. It hides the shame Louise does not see. The carousel turns in my head, and I can't hide. No, 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 no. And the rage turns in my head, and Louise struck her down, down on the ground. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. En septembre 63, the kids are gone, and so is Louise. Ontario they did go, near la ville de Toronto. Now my tears, they roll down tous les jours. Oh no, 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 no. And I remember the days and the promises that we made. Oh, Louise, ma jolie Louise, ma jolie Louise. C'est fini. Oh, wait. Can't hear you, Ed, but I'm sure what you're saying is it's platitudes.
It's French, right?
Oh, there you go. I didn't do it. It just wasn't audio.
Yeah. Look who I got.
Whoa.
It's Randy Stone.
Randy Stone.
Hey.
Say hi to Bill Nolan.
Hey there, Bill. How are you?
Good. We don't really know each other, right?
You don't?
I think we've encountered each other in one of the 1,500 jams or something.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! I thought you guys knew each other. How about Ray Simonelli? You know him?
I've heard of that dude.
There's Ray
I met him in the
Simonelli.
joint. I met him in the joint. He used to give me cigarettes for favors. I remember that. You know.
Exactly. That's it. That was Billy Foster.
Okay.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, I do nothing, but I'm doing it very well.
All right. I'm losing you, and I'm losing Ray Simonelli.
I'm
And
losing
I'm
you
gonna
like
say-
by the Temptations.
Exactly. Play it. Play it right now, quick.
Wait, I'm still here.
You're still there. So that was great. Now, how you holding up? Business as usual. You're like the coolest, the pandemic coolest guy. You're like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, honestly, if I thought feeling rotten made it better, I'd do it. You know, like if I
Yeah,
I
right.
feel that way sort of about anything that's crummy in the world. Like if really feeling more terrible about it helped, you know. I'm talking about.
right.
I'm not talking. There's a whole area here that I feel rotten about, and I say it all the time. But
Right.
in general, human things that are like involving real emotion, real humans.
So tell me about this thing you're doing at Norwalk Hospital. Tell me a little more about that.
So again, you know, last week I think we might have touched on it through Sky, who does the cupcakes in Norwalk, the awesome cupcakes. I think it started as his idea. Dave Lindsay became the middleman,
Right.
and you know, Steve Avitable, I know for sure has done it. Hector has done it. I've done it. And, you know, I told Dave I just really enjoyed it. You know, at one point the nurses were there and like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, no, thank you. And it's extremely safe. And it's extremely, you know, I mean, honestly, I go to Stop and Shop, you know, like really, you know, nobody takes my temperature going into Stop and Shop, you know,
Right.
and I think Stop and Shop's doing as good a job as you can do. But in the hospital, they're clean in there. The people coming in are like the unwashed. It's me, you know, and they take your temperature. They do everything. There isn't one human being there who isn't wearing a mask. So no matter what you feel about masks, they think it's a good thing. And gloves, you know, and you're literally 25 feet away from the nearest human being. What's not to like? And, you know, it's an hour and you just feel like you're doing something for somebody who, you know, you have no other real way because there's no bars around. How else would you help a nurse? You know?
Absolutely. And so how is it playing with a mask? You know, like
It's funny. I have like a bunch of different masks, and I use like, sort of the lamest one. I find that over the course of time, I don't know, the stubble kind of pulls it down on you.
Absolutely.
So by the time I'm finished, it's like about at my mouth. But again, the spacing is such that, and I've already had my temperature taken. I'm not, who knows? If I'm carrying it, then I'm carrying it very discreetly, just like everything else.
By the way, I was at Stop and Shop a few weeks ago, and the robot that roves around, with the eyeballs, he took my temperature with a rectal thermometer in like aisle 13. So,
the funny thing is, that's actually not even an official thing. That robot's just acting on his own, and I think he just caught its eye.
Exactly. That
actually wasn't.
That's my robot.
Stop and Shop.
That's my
I'm not even
robot.
sure you were at Stop and Shop. You don't know where you were.
Oh my God. All right, Bill Noman. I will see you later. Good to see you.
See you.
You
Bye.
sounded
everybody.
terrific. And I'm the worst show host in the world. I never played the show open. I was supposed to go, oh my God, it's JMTV show number 8, and here we go.
It's my time and I'm coming out to play. Get on that beat, I wanna misbehave. Yeah, go, look at me, go, make me wanna fly all the time. I'm shining now, makes no difference if the world.
I'm the worst show host in the world. I'm eating my hamburger here on JMTV. It's the 9th week that we're doing this show. Now I'm feeling a little bit like this again, like 9 weeks means 10 weeks we haven't been in live music. It was Friday the 13th at Bobby Q's when I was sitting there eating ribs while everybody's playing. Now I'm sitting here eating my hamburger, and it's good to see Bill Noman. We got some great people lined up. I already got some people in the studio. Artists, come on in, join us. I've got some great collaboration videos tonight. Definitely stay tuned for that. My God, we did some really, really cool collaborations, some that have been in the works for literally 2 months. And then another one from Mike Baumwall and JC Alza and others that it came out really, really great. We did a Jaco Pastorius tune, which is way too hard. And we somehow pulled it off, and it was great. So anyway, there you have it. Let's bring on Ray Simonelli.
Hey, Ed, what's going on?
Not
How you
much.
doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, hanging in there.
What is going on? You have like a professional backdrop or something going on. You look like you're in a studio.
I know, right? That's the idea, to make it look good.
Very cool. And you sound good too.
Is the volume okay?
Yeah.
It's not distorted or anything?
Not yet.
All right.
I'll change that.
Yeah, I've been playing with this audio box. I'm still getting used to it,
That's cool. Everybody's upping their game, really, like including me. Like everybody's like, the first week you're barely, the second week you're like, I give up, I can't. The third week you're like, I want to be on, but and then fourth week is that. Fifth week you're like, all right, and then you like start turning on lamps and you start getting microphones plugged in, and now we're all like on-air professionals. The show looks like a freaking TV show now.
It really does. It's a far cry from the very first one. It's so good,
Yeah. Plus, the internet is working again. Like the internet companies that were not ready for everybody being at home, like they're like, hello, server company, send us 5 million servers, and they're like just putting Pete Rondom is all put the server farm, putting the servers in. Now the internet works again.
Yeah, it has been getting better. That's true.
It has. You're right. So what are you going to do for us?
I think I'll start off with a little Allman Brothers.
All right, go for it.
Crossroads, I seem to come and go. The gypsy flies from coast to coast, knowing many, loving none, sharing sorrow, having fun. Up at home to her he'll run. Sweet Melissa. Oh yeah. Freight train, the cars look the same, all the same. No one knows Gypsy's name. When it sighs, there are no blankets where he lies. Deepest dream, the gypsy flies to sweet Melissa. Oh yeah. When the morning comes, the gypsy's on the road. A sunbeam flying through his hair, pretending not to have a care. So grab all your gear, gypsy, come on. Come on. Crossroads, you ever let them go? Where hide the dead man's ghost? Where hide beneath the clay? Or will he spit a fly away? But I know he'll never stay with that Melissa. Oh yeah.
Nice.
How'd that sound? The balance okay?
Yeah, it sounded terrific.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it sounded great. I actually went and got the accordion. I'm going to try that with you again tonight on something. You know, I'll just sort of
Okay.
appear. But yeah, I stepped away to pick up the accordion and pick the one that works right. And what else you got for us now?
Well, let's do something for Billy Foster, and then you could play around with the accordion if you want.
All right, go for it.
On a dark and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can hear the engine moaning out his one-note song. You can think about the woman or the girl you knew night before. But then your thoughts start wandering like they always do. When I was driving 16 hours, nothing much to do. You don't feel much like driving. You wish the trip was through. Well, here I am on the road again. Here I am up on stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. You walk into a restaurant, strung out from the road. You can feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking off the cold. You pretend it don't bother you. I just want to explode. Well, sometime you can hear 'em talk, but other time you can't. It's the same old cliche. Is that a woman or a man? You always feel outnumbered. You dare not take a stand. Well, here I am on the road again. Here I am up on stage. Here I go, playing a star again. Here I go, turn the page. All right, I throw latencies to the wind. Right. Well, out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you have to give away. And the sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening, when you lie awake in bed, the echoes from the amplifiers ringing in your head. You smoke the day's last cigarette. Remember what you said. Well, here I am on the road again. Here I am up on stage. There I go, playing the star again. Here I go, well, I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Oh, playing the star again. Here I go. I go. All right. Unfortunately, Ed, I couldn't hear your accordion in my headphones
Good.
for some reason.
Good. I played it quietly so it wouldn't mess you up.
All right.
Yeah, it's this latency
know-
thing is a problem, playing live. But I played some amorphous kind of chords, and hopefully it didn't mess up what you were doing.
Last time you were letting the notes hang back, right?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good. So, well, good to see you, Ray.
See you, man. It's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Who do you
glad
got coming up?
I got a Chris coming up. A Chris that you probably don't know. We tried to get him on last week, but we just couldn't. There were all kinds of gremlins going on his side. And today he's like, I think I figured out the gremlins, and boop, there he is. So we're gonna
cool.
try.
Okay.
So good to see you,
All
Ray.
right.
So did you play at Norwalk Hospital too?
I did not. I wanted to, but the problem is I don't have. Well, as you know, I don't have a car right now, but I could get myself there. But the only my guitar is a very thin body guitar,
Right.
and it needs some level of amplification.
Right.
I do actually little practice amp, but there's no input for a microphone.
yeah.
so
right.
Sing through them. I can't project. It wouldn't. I don't think it would work.
It would be quiet.
I know Norman. He probably just brings his Fender acoustic amp. He plugs both in. He's good to go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're sitting at home. You're playing into a PA, which is going up onto a satellite and then coming back down to me in Pennsylvania. And then it's going out to a server, probably in China. And then it's going into everybody's home. So this is basically the most complicated amplifier you can imagine.
Oh my God. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Actually, give me a call offline tomorrow. I have an interesting story about playing with people far away. You'll like it.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, Ray. Good to see you.
All right, man. Have a good night.
I'll
Thanks.
catch you later. Ray Simonelli. Always fun to have him on the show. And good to see his smiling face. All right, so let's see if we can hear you, Chris.
Hey, can you hear
Oh my
me?
God, it works. What happened? It works.
Yeah, well, it was open season on the Gremlins. We got rid of them all. And it was just an old laptop and some software that was it just had to go. And I just got rid of the laptop entirely.
Right. Well, super good. Super
How you
good.
doing in
So,
Pennsylvania?
I'm doing okay. I'm hanging out here. I'm riding around on my Segway. There's deer. We had a
I
great,
see this. I'm watching your safari. Your
we had a great
Pennsylvania
box in the
safari.
yard the other night and a lot of deer. We had a bear looking in the window the other night.
Just as long as he's looking.
My cat's tail puffed up this big. Like, you ever seen a cat when their tail puffs up?
When they're freaking out, when they inflate, yeah. They're like
So
pufferfish.
my Pat Picky, who's this little cute boy, right? He's like at the window and his tail goes boom like this, and I'm like, and then I see a face in the window, and I'm like,
Nice.
the window's about 6 feet off the ground, I think maybe, and I turned the light on, and there's a bear.
How big was the bear?
It was 400 or 500 pounds.
I guess it doesn't matter. It's a bear.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was a fox, and then there were 2 dogs last night from the neighbor. Anyway, so lots of animals. So for those people who don't know you, who are you? How did you get on the show?
Well, I've seen you. I've been to barbecues several times, even once as a performer.
Right.
And I live in Norwalk, and I'm actually a state legislator, but I'm just taking a little break here, and certainly this has been a big deal with the pandemic. It's been a big deal with everybody, and just trying to help everybody get their unemployment benefits. Among
Oh my
other
God.
things.
Oh, I got to talk to you.
Yeah,
I'm one of those guys that slips through the cracks. So, but
Well, you and everybody listening in Norwalk or Connecticut now has my email, so let him fly.
All right, I'm gonna bug Chris, and we're gonna do a "How do musicians not starve to death" segment on Jam TV next week.
Fair enough.
Because
Well,
we're
they
starting
started with
artists.
sliders.
We know, we say to the government, bucksheesh, give us money, and the government's like, no, you got into this to be starving artists. We're just giving you what you want,
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple of people. They're saying that they were unemployed and they're doing better now since since the government started handing out
Exactly.
money, which is actually obviously gets into a whole other thing.
Yeah,
But
right.
it's I think that people are certainly finding themselves in the strangest places. So some of that is with government funding, but Connecticut opens again on the 20th, and we're slowly and
So we'll be back at Bobby Q's on the 21st. That's great.
yeah, we're gonna have to talk testing, okay? Just anyway.
I don't test well. So
Well, you were talking earlier about the thermometer. We're not going there, but it is. Yeah, we're obviously testing this big part of everything, and I finally made an appointment to get a haircut next week, which is
I'm not doing it. I'm going for the long thing. I'm combing it back now. I already put it in a rubber band for the show last week. I'm going
Nice.
for that long hair. I'm going to look like Cal Keogh on tour with the talking fish.
So when the bear shows up at your window, does your tail puff? Like
Yeah, exactly. That's great. I'm stealing that.
Go for it.
All right, what are you going to play for us?
No copyrights here. Oh, speaking of that, I guess I'll do Fire and Rain.
All right,
a couple
go for
couple people asked, and my throat is killing me, but that's not an excuse, just an
All right,
observation.
cool. Make it happen.
Can you hear this? Can you hear
Oh, yeah,
that?
sounds great.
Great. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. So I walked out this morning and I wrote down the song. I can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Want you to look down upon me, Jesus. You gotta help me make a stand. Just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at an end. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again. I thought I'd see you one more time again. Still there?
Yeah,
Hello?
that was great. That was really nice.
Thanks.
So tell me a little bit about your musical background. Obviously, you know what you're doing. How'd you learn how to do that?
I many years of learning to fake it. I joined the club, right? It's I've always been fascinated by. I just like picking,
Yeah, right.
and I think that had something to do with it. But I also love keyboards. I was thinking maybe next time I do this, I'll do that. I heard, I've been dying to do "Take Me to the Pilot," Elton John, and you had somebody a couple of weeks ago doing that, and I love that tune.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's musically, it's I'm in a band, a group called Jay and the B-Sides, and like every other band, we're sort of itching to do stuff, and but I also, I love doing the non-rock stuff and just, do, like this or, duets or what, it's all good. So, but, I heard you, I heard you doing the accordion. Do you know, We Can Work It Out?
I do, but here's the problem. The
links-
internet doesn't really let you play live. I was
No.
just doing that for like, oh, it'll look funny. But the idea of playing live, we're still not there with the internet.
Well, you should have done it with the other fellow when he was going French.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So, but, we're doing these collaborative videos, and we ought to do one together.
Sure. Yeah. What kind? I mean, I know you're great on keyboards and everything. What do you like to do?
We got some tonight, actually. I did a Jaco Pastorius tune with Michael Poundwell on drums and JC Alza, who's like a monster bass player. And
Nice.
You don't cover Jaco Pastorius lightly. That's heavy stuff. And we all were like, in fact, when Michael sent me that track, I said, can we not do that? Because it's going to be just too big a mountain to climb. And he's like, no, I think we ought to do it. It was like, even if we do it as an organ trio, and it's like a 20-piece band with horns and all these things. And I'm like, all right, fine, Michael. I don't want to be the curmudgeon. I will make it happen. We're playing it later in the show. I hope you get to see it.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We got about 7 people together and 2 great singers and a super guitar player, and they're coming on later on. So, but
Nice.
I'll contact you. We'll do a collab, even if it's just guitar
Okay.
and accordion.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm in.
All right, do one more for us.
Okay, I'll try. Let's see. Hey, can I tune up for a sec?
Absolutely, you could tune up.
Just
I'll
one.
even, I'll even drop you off and talk and bring you right back on. How about that? There it is. So I'm going to bring him back on. He's tuning up. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? Am I going to drink my tequila sunrise with my glass with girls in hula skirts? Obviously, I've been drinking it. And I was talking to Karen Johnstone earlier. She wants me to play accordion. Everybody wants accordion now. The collaborative video instrument of the future is the accordion. And I'm going to do a collab with her for next week of her song that has a chart that looks like a doctor's prescription for 18 different drugs for COVID-19. It's like, she said, should I send you an easier tune? I'm like, no, I will learn your crazy tune. And I'm going to do that. Meanwhile, she's doing a collab with Michael and a bunch of people tonight. Winston's on that one, and some other bass player in Long Island, I think, Illinois, Chicago, and then our collab I'm so proud of. And then we're doing Friend of the Devil with Anthony Benny down in Florida, and Dave Lindsay and Dougie and Scott Bounty. We're doing that one later on too. So tonight's going to be the collaborative video thing. And I know what I'll do. I'll bring Randy on. Hey, Randy.
Hey there, Ed.
How you doing?
I'm well. Things are fine. How you doing?
So tell me about the video that you sent me.
Okay. Well, we're in lockdown, and it occurred to me that there's not many actual bands that are under the same roof, so you can't really get a live band performance. I have 2 sons that happen to be pretty talented. And so I drafted my son, Pat, who is in a band called Pat Stone, the Dirty Boots.
Yep.
And my son, Paul, who actually hasn't played drums in quite some time. He kind of rechanneled himself towards professional cooking and culinary. Anyway,
Cool.
we went downstairs and set up some lights and really had a good time
I saw that.
doing 2 songs for you, which we'll talk about later, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got those. But I'm going to have you on sort of. You can co-host with me for a while until
Love to.
then.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of people coming on. So I'm going to go bring it back to Chris, all right? Here we go. All right, Chris, you got all tuned up?
Yeah, you also had a good friend of mine, Joe Mayo, on last time. He's great. He's actually done a couple of gigs with us, and he's just phenomenal. Whether you're
Joe is one of those people where you get to know him and he plays with your band, and then later you find out how good he really is.
Oh, we knew how good he was.
And then you're like, wait a minute, I played with that guy. I really did. It's true,
He's an animal in a good way, in a non-bear threatening way. He's got an amazing ear, and he can play anything, and just pulls music out of the people around him. He's great.
Absolutely. Maybe he'll come on. If you're watching Joe Mayo, come on and play some Warren Zevon or something good for us.
I guess I'll do Blackbird.
All right, go for it.
Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the line of a dark black night. Blackbird flies, blackbird flies, into the line of a dark black night. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive.
That was fun. I love that song. I really do.
Thanks. Thanks for doing this. This is great for everybody.
I'm glad you made it on, and I'm glad you're feeling okay and everything's good.
Yeah, but it's good. I'll text you. We'll collaborate.
Let's do that. I would like that.
Thanks
All
very
right,
much.
Chris. Great to see you.
Bye, everybody.
All right, take care. Well, that was fun. All right. What do you think of him, Randy?
Extremely talented.
Yeah, really good.
Very, very relaxed in his style. No strain on his voice. Moving up and down the neck like it's nothing. Again, those guys that make it look easy,
I know. He's a government guy too. He's not
I
one of
I
us.
learned that. Yeah,
He's a state rep. That's a serious guy.
telling you.
And I'm gonna pick his brain. We're gonna do a segment on the show on Jam TV next week, which is you got into it to be a starving artist, and now it happened. Thanks, government. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's right.
He's gonna help me figure out how to get some money out of the government.
Teach you to reach your goals.
Exactly right. The government never helped me before, but now they're helping me meet my goal. You got it.
Now that you're a pal, yeah. How have you been doing?
I've been doing okay. And, I got to say, life still has its ups and downs and its stresses and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm out here in the woods. You're in the woods, and I'm in Pennsylvania in the woods, and it's not bad. I've got plenty of food. I've got canned food just in case we go down the drain, and I'm just enjoying doing the music, the collaborative video. We ought to do a collaborative video together.
I would love to. Anytime, you name it.
I
didn't know you were in last night. Well, you used to be on a boat, and now you're in Pennsylvania. What dragged you all the way out to Pennsylvania?
Well, so a friend of mine became a college professor in Texas and has a cabin out here. And so last year I said, why don't I rent your cabin from you and I can spend some time out here? And now I find myself stuck here in the so I'm self-isolating out here. It's way better than being at real civilization over in Connecticut.
Yeah, no kidding.
So it's beautiful out here. Lots of
wildlife. I enjoy your Segway rides.
Right.
And
I'm
so glad I'm not on one. I wouldn't even do a scooter.
You could rock a Segway. You could make that happen.
Hey, Venus, not for nothing, but I'd be. Did you see that video of President George Bush when they gave him a Segway to try?
No, tell me about that.
It's only 4 seconds.
Oh, there you go.
It's like he steps on it. he falls back, and the Segway goes forward, and it's not pretty.
Oh my
That
God!
would be
And
me.
the
That
Secret
would be me.
Service took the Segway guy and shot him out back, right?
That's right. Oh, yeah, exactly. I know.
Well, the owner. This is true story. I don't know if you know this. The
What?
owner, the inventor and owner of the Segway company, the guy that said the Segway's going to revolutionize the world. It's the
Oh,
most
Dean
amazing thing in the
Kamen.
world. What is it?
Dean Kamen, I
Yeah,
think.
he drove off a cliff and died on a Segway.
See? And James Fix, the guy, the runner, he died of a heart attack.
There you go. Right.
This is
right.
why I walk like Frankenstein and I don't move at all. See?
And we will live to 150. You're already almost there.
Yeah, I'm getting there, man.
All right, so hang tight. I'm going to break. You know Allie? This one. Do you know her? She's already playing. That is the most charming thing I've ever seen in my life. There's these two guys, we're yucking it up, and I push a button, and this pretty girl comes on the screen, and she's singing like an angel already.
And so it's our turn to shut up.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Allie?
Ed, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
All right. Well, Randy, I can hear you, but Ed, I can't hear you.
Oh,
It's
well,
a very
tell
strange
her.
problem. So
This is the
talk
weird
to
Chuck
Randy.
Chesler
Hold on,
bug.
Allie, he's going to tell me what to tell you. Hold on.
Yeah. This
That's
is like,
what I
all right.
want. That's
So I got to do it like this. You
We need
tell
like a
Allie
pianist.
to play a song now.
Allie, would you play a song now?
I would love to. Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
All right, and I can hear me too. All
And,
right.
and, and I think I can hear you just fine too.
All right, cool. Well, I'll talk for a second. I've been watching this show tonight. It's great. Everyone sounds wonderful, except I can't hear Ed at all. So there's some kind of Saturday Night Live skit going on where I could make up the words to what Ed is saying. It's sort of playing in my head. It's kind of funny. Anyway, we can't banter because I can't hear him. I don't know why. That's a weird gremlin. I'm going to try to play for you a really beautiful song written by Jessica Hoop. She's a real inspiration to me. And one of her songs is called Pegasus. And the words to it are kind of tragic and sad, but they also have this element of little girl horses flying in stars and riding horses and combing manes. And I loved horses when I was a little kid. And when I sing this song, I think about all the little girls I know who love horses. And that's kind of what lifts my spirit about this song, not the sad love story part of it. Anyway, it's called Pegasus, and it's by Jessica Hoop, and she's an amazing artist, a real inspiration for me. All right, I'm going to give that a go right now. You found a map to my heart that led you to the well. You combed out my main and with your saddle and reins and with these stars at my feet. I'll stamp and tap the spring with my rider mount. I feel like spreading my wings, take to the sky like poetry. When you're in love, you're alive. You're the envy of the sky. Every ember wants to ride a supernova. But I fear you'll see the day when I've endured all I can take. I won't bend, but I will break under the weight. Because you broke within me what others could not tame. I sigh in the wind and do your bidding day by day with the birds strong. Go steady toward the north. We are a thing of beauty lit by the fires of iron ore. Your good old girls built to the soul. When you're in love, you're alive. You're the envy of the sky. Every ember wants to ride a supernova. But I feel you'll see the day that I've endured all I can take. I won't bend, but I will break under the weight. Dying star, dying star, dying star. Through many lovings, I said I left the bed and took the stairs. My side and still I think because when I shook that bridal free, I belong about it back from the stars into the sea. You of the earth and like the sea. When you're in love, you're alive. You're the envy of the sky. Every animal wants to rise. But I feel, see the day that I've endured all I can take. I won't bend, but I will break. Dying star, dying star, dying star. Thank you for listening.
I don't know if she can read that. Can you read what that says?
What? I don't know what that means.
It says,
Can you read
Allie,
it?
you were so good. We will banter next
Dear
time.
Randy.
Tell her.
He
All
said,
right, I will hop out. I'll hop out of the room. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you, Ed, so much for putting this on. It's awesome. Thank you.
Allie, just Ed was saying you were so damn good that he'll say no, it's serious. That was excellent. That was outstanding.
Oh,
And then
thanks so much.
he says you'll banter next time. But no, very well done.
Thank you so much, Randy. Thanks, guys. Well, when you find your muse or you get a little inspiration, it helps. Thank you.
It was very pretty.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Stay well. Bye.
That was Allie. Oh my God, that is the Chuck Chesler bug. I've only ever seen that once before, where the person who's playing cannot hear me, but they can hear everybody else.
Yeah. I could hear her fine. She could hear me.
Weirdo bug. It's a miracle it works at all.
Dude, you're doing fine. You're like air traffic controller.
Oh my
You
God.
got people on the tarmac, people ready to take off, people trying to land. And it's you're doing fine.
It's absolutely true. Let's see if Danielle can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear
Danielle,
you.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Loud
How you
and
doing?
clear.
Do you guys know each other, Randy and Danielle?
I think maybe at open mic night or something.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's how I know 500 people that I don't
Exactly,
really
yeah,
know. But you're very familiar. I've heard you.
Exactly.
By the way, hold on. Before you play, I have a bone to pick with somebody in the government. Hold on. There he is, Chris Perone.
Yeah.
I got a bone to pick with you. What did you say the name of
Pick
your
away.
band was? What's the name of your band?
Why is it going to get him banned?
you
Jay
told
and the
me-
B-sides.
Jay and the B-side. Okay, wait a sec. Randy, what's the name of your band?
The B-side band.
Oh my God, there's some sort of a lawsuit going to happen now.
No, we had it with Jay to get around the copyright.
And then I don't know if you saw this, but there's the Seaside band out there too.
There are a couple, and
Yeah.
it was just like there were several, and but the concept was that we wanted to go after music that was on the flip side of the 45, right?
Everybody,
So-
exactly. Yeah.
But there were several B-sides out there, so we had a drummer named Jason, and so Jay and the B-sides, because we knew we were going to be having conversations much like this.
But I got to tell both of you B-side guys, I got to tell you both this, and it may make you weep inside a little. You'll be like, oh, that's cool. I teach students in Bridgeport. I'm part of this program called Keys, and we provide
sure.
instructors.
Great program.
And it's really great. And my kids, a bunch of my kids, not all of them, but a bunch of them are like, they've never heard of the Beatles. They've never heard of Prince. They've never heard of James Brown. They've never heard of Michael Jackson. Okay. And then I ask them, I say, well, do you own any music? I say, and they go, what do you mean? And I go, do you actually own any music that you have that you can play whenever you want. They go, well, I can play music wherever I want on Spotify. I go, no. I said, did you ever buy any music that you have? And they're like, I don't even know what you mean by that. So like they've never heard of CDs. They've never
heard of physical media at all.
They've never heard of physical media, and they've never heard. I said to one kid, Apple Music or iTunes used to, back in the olden days, iTunes would let you pay 99 cents and you could buy a song and download it. I don't even understand what that is. And they're like, I've never heard of that. They've never heard of a paid download.
I think they're lying. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. And then I got this other student where I'm like, have you ever heard of Men at Work? And he's like, yes, I have the records, and he tells me all the songs. He's 14, and he knows everything about every song ever written.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Danielle, do you own any music?
I own plenty of music. We have a record player at home and collect records, all different types, old and new. But I don't have an iPod or anything anymore. You don't need that, I guess.
iPod, what's that?
Yeah, exactly. It's a thick, chunky box.
It had a hard drive in it. The original iPod had a hard disk in it.
Use it to hold the door open.
There you go.
Exactly. Or knock someone out. Who knows?
Oh my God. All right, I'm going to lose those guys and talk to you for a second.
Bye.
Thanks, Chris and Randy. How you doing?
Great.
Now,
Change of scenery. We're back in New York.
You're back in New
Not
York.
the city, but Westchester County.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What town are you in Westchester?
South Salem.
South Salem. That was sort of my stomping ground. I grew up in Bedford,
Oh,
and I was a riding person, and there was a hunt in North Salem, and,
Like
So
horse riding?
horse riding. There was a hunt, like, where they went fox hunting and stuff up in
Oh.
North Salem. And
There's a huge stable across the road here. I don't know.
absolutely. Everybody rides horses around,
I
that
guess,
area.
yeah. There's enough space out here.
So how long were you in the Cape?
2 months.
Wow. What's going to happen now?
We're probably going back.
Oh, you're going back to the Cape.
Probably.
Oh,
I
okay.
stopped. I got my guitar, my real guitar. We got some more clothes, and probably just gonna take a break and hopefully head up in the next week or two.
All right. I've been self-isolating for like 8 weeks, so I'm going to get on my motorcycle and ride up to the Cape nonstop. I won't touch anything. I'll wear a mask. I'm going to visit you guys at the Cape.
Perfect. Yep.
All right. So what are you going to do for us?
Do the same thing, except I'll switch the set list this time. I'll do an original that I just wrote and then a cover.
That's a completely different format. I don't know if we can deal with that.
Sorry, I just wanted to shake all this up.
Oh my God. All right, go for it. Do one for us. What are you going to do? Which is the first one?
This is the original. Just wrote it again.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah,
Go for it.
you have time on your hands, right? So I'll have an album out soon or something. All right. This is called Stupid. How do you cough out something in your gut? The feeling you get when a rose is now a rut. I try to test myself and love myself and say I'm okay. Yet these weaknesses keep pinching skin and push me to this way. I feel forgetful in the sunlight, but haunted in my dreams. I hope someday I drink my coffee and the rest is just serene. Singing I don't care, don't belong, there's nothing to believe. Weeping in mindset over shit that I can't carry on with me. Don't listen, there are liars in your head. Don't hold on, there are liars in your head. What do you know when cobwebs block your thoughts? There's a misstep once, and your life becomes distraught. Here's a smart girl, and she knows it, and she's praying for some brains. Map shows the shortcut, she's driving on sideways. Don't listen, there are liars in your head. Don't hold on, there are liars in your head. I try to catch myself and scold myself and say I'm naive. How do you cough out a sinking feeling that needs to leave? Don't listen, there are liars in your head. Don't hold on, there are liars in your head. 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 Oh, I had something in the back of my throat the whole time. I kept it together though.
That was terrific. That song. You just wrote that?
You bet.
I'm so happy you're writing in isolation. You're like actually using your time.
To be honest, Ed, these are my my favorite songs I've ever written. So
That's great.
I think that's a good thing.
You finally like shaken your outside influences that are keeping you from writing, and now you're like, here it comes. You know?
Yeah. Forget all that.
That's really cool. All right, go ahead. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna do a cover, and by the Jackson 5.
Okay, cool. Next week, if you have it in you, I want you to write a song, and I want you to call the song a cover.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want the title of the song to be a cover, so you could say, this week I'm going to do a cover, and then I'm going to do a cover.
Fine, deal.
All right, cool.
All right, and I'll find a cover that's called an original.
There you go. There you go.
God.
All right, go for it.
My humor isn't getting better in quarantine. All right, kick it up a notch. I'm a loser. When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made you stand out in a crowd. Someone picked you from the bunch, one glance was all it took. And now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go. But now since I see you in his arms, and this is my version, so if you're expecting the real Jackson 5 version, you're not going to get it. Apologies. Trying to live without your love is one long sleepless night. Let me show you, girl, how I know what's wrong from right. Every street you walk on, I leave 2 stains on the ground. Following the girl I didn't even want around. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go. Now since I see you in his arms, oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go. And now since I see you in his arms, I want you back. 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 Done.
Back. You want me back, but I'm not back. There you go. How you doing? I was trying to help Scott Hensley try to connect. He's trying to get into the studio, and I'm busy texting with him, and I forgot that song is like da 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 da, and I'm like, oh God, it's over. You know?
That was, and I made it quicker. So
There you go. You do it better than they do.
thank you.
You do. I swear.
I'm gonna
You know
get
why?
that tattooed or something.
This is my complaint about life. All right. This is if everybody in music but you. All right. So, this is my complaint is that like the Jackson 5, right? My guess is they had more than 2 songs that people know. But now all you get is that song and ABC. And that's all that you will ever hear of the Jackson 5, unless you go to Spotify and listen to their records there. You will never, ever on a radio station or Sirius or whatever it is, you will never hear anything but those 2 songs. And so the songs become overplayed. Like, oh my God, I have to listen to that again?
Yeah, completely agree. They have some amazing songs.
Yeah, of course they do. And so,
They're harder to play.
Ray Charles does more songs than, Hit the Road Jack. He had
Of course.
900 records. As Stevie Wonder does
Stevie
more
Wonder
songs.
too. I was just gonna say his name too.
He
Living,
does
Living in the Sky. You never hear that one.
Right. He is amazing, and he does more than Superstition and I Wish, which are the only 2 Stevie Wonder songs you'll ever hear.
Yeah, that's very true.
So
yeah.
I guess, someday we all have to dig deep. But I do like when people cover songs and do it their own unique way. And you really did a nice job of that with that song.
Hey, thank you.
Really super good. All right. So I'll see you in the Cape. I'm getting on my BMW motorcycle riding on up there.
Yep. Well, we might not be there, but yes, we'll figure it out.
That that happens to me. I'm like, I drop in at people's houses and they're like in the window and I see them and they're like, no, we're not home. Sorry, we're away.
Well, next time.
All right, cool. Well, good to see you.
Thanks, Ed. Good to see you too.
All right, I'll catch you next week, hopefully.
Yep. I
All right,
don't know.
later. All right, that's Danielle. She's so good. Now watch this. Watch. I'm going to push a button and something also amazing will happen. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh
hello.
my God. I wasn't going to say a word. I was going to wait to see how long it took
Oh
me to come
no.
up.
Shoot. That would
How
have
you
been
doing?
awful. Good. How are you?
You are styling with those, like those headphones are styling.
You know what? I rediscovered them because now at night I put on this relaxing music, and the earbuds are so uncomfortable. So then I put these on, and I'm like,
Yeah, right.
they're
Those
really
are fancy.
Thank you.
You need to put fur on them. They really look like earmuffs. You ought to have like white.
I know. I had
chinchilla or
those
something.
big earmuffs, but I lost them. Unfortunately.
Well, we're all making do with what we have now. I just realized that. Like I've got my cable. Where's my cable? Like this cable here that I use to connect my GoPro, right? And
Yeah.
I have one of these. If this cable breaks, I have to risk my life and go to Walmart and buy another one. It's not worth it. I'm like, that's it. GoPro goes in the garbage can, you know?
Right. I know. I'm actually trying out this for the first time here that you connect like to the.
Wow, look at that.
But I don't know if there's any difference. It's on now, but I don't know if it makes a difference from just using the laptop mic as
I don't know.
opposed to that.
I don't know.
But you can hear me.
Yeah, tap on the microphone. Go like this on the mic. Yeah, it's working.
Good.
Yeah, you sound buttery, you know? You sound whatever.
I like butter.
All right, so what are you going to do for us?
I'm gonna do a really slow one. I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
But it's called. It's called Life.
It's called Life?
Yes.
That's confusing to me.
The name of the song is It's Called Life.
It's called Life is the name of the song. Got it. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
I don't know if I got it, but
Go
let's
for
give
it.
it a try.
Take it away.
All right, here we go. Can you hear that? Once again you floored me with nowhere to stand. Black and blue and yellow, both blood on our hands. And so I realized that life is a twist, a force incomprehensible where facts constantly switch. It's alright, we shall die, but not before a great almighty fight. Called life, called life. This is where the band is supposed to come in. I'm sitting on a rainbow, counting the stars, the old, the bright, the fallen ones, the new yet to come. The only thing that's missing is you by my side. I got Father Moon and Sister Sun, a guitar that won't strum, it won't strum until you come. Sit next to me, come sing with me. It won't strum until you come. Sit next to me, come sing with me. It's alright. It's alright. It's called life. It's alright. It's alright.
Nice song.
Thank you. You know, in my head, I can hear where the band is supposed to come in and everything. So then I'm thinking like, oh, they can all hear that too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can actually. That's what's weird about the way music works in your brain. I know that song with the band, with Sammy playing,
that's
Sammy
right.
rock it out, and so when it comes to that part, I hear it come in. Like
I'm so glad because that's important.
No, it sounds really good. Do one more.
Thank you. All right. I gotta keep it in the dadgad then.
All right. I don't know what that means.
Shh. Well, me neither. Sugar peas and bumblebees. You're running through my mind, and I can't help myself. I keep dreaming. I dream of sugar peas and bumblebees and everything that is sweet. I dream of summer nights and kissing you. I dream of you and me, you and me. little shy, but nothing compares to what we have. I keep dreaming. Da da dum, 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 whoa, whoa. Da da dum, da da dum, whoa. I dream of sugar peas and bumblebees and everything that is sweet. I dream of summer nights and kissing you. I dream of you and me, you and me. Oh, da da dum, 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 da da dum. I keep dreaming. Da da dum, da da dum. I keep dreaming. Oh, 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 oh.
That's so good.
Thank you.
So I was remarking to myself, you were playing a song. I was watching. I stalk you on the internet, by the way. So I
Oh,
was
good. Thank
watching. First of all, everybody needs to watch Music with Miss Sarah.
Oh,
It's for ages like 0 to 5, but I watch it.
it's you and Barry and like friends and Sweet and like all the grown-ups, and I'm like, oh
And then
god.
people watch it later. Then the kids watch it later, you know.
Exactly.
But
it's-
yeah, so I was watching one, and you get a song that you said Miles wrote the chorus of the song.
Yes.
And okay, so all right, this is going to sound like an insult, but it's not. It'll come around. So
Oh
like
god.
usually if I hear somebody that sings these sugary sweet songs and they're like, oh, sugar plums and the world is I'm like, oh god. But like somehow you pull that off. I don't know how you do it.
Thank you.
You pull that off. You make it work. You just sincerely, you just are like, you know what? I'm going to say some of the corniest shit you've ever heard. And then you do it. And it's like, oh, that was so nice. You know?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it
Thanks
works.
a lot. Thank you. Yeah,
It
it's
works.
a lot of fun.
Because normally I listen to like some sappy stuff and I'm like, oh, come on. What is going on here? But that, you know, it was really nice and warm. And you know, I can't believe that Miles, the 4-year-old Miles wrote that chorus because that was pretty slick.
I know it was. And then I, like we're obviously stuck home. So I'm like looking through things. I'm like, I could make a whole song out of this thing. And yeah, no. And it's cute knowing that he wrote the words,
Now, does he think it's cute?
Yeah, he said, as long as you make sure that you say that I wrote them when I was 4,
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
that was super good. So do you know Randy Stone?
I don't know. I mean, I recognize the name and stuff.
That
We
guy.
don't know
You
each other.
That guy. Do you know him?
I think I saw you play with Tony.
Oh, yes.
Yes, at Cobb's Mill.
Yes, that's
Absolutely.
right.
See,
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. I haven't
Randy's a great
lost
bass
all my
player.
memory cells yet. So, but that was very good. That was a delightful song. That was really good.
Thank you so much.
How about Rory Gordon? You know Rory Gordon?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I met and played with Rory. I think at the place upstairs, the place that almost killed
At
me every
Peaches.
time I tried to go.
That's
Rory
me,
Gordon.
yeah.
Hey, Rory, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm all about introducing people now on screen. I love that, especially
Well,
because
hello.
I know a lot of people, and I'm like, wait a minute, you don't know
Yeah.
her? You don't know? How is that even possible? They're like, yeah, I saw them at a jam, but we don't really know each other. I figure everybody knows everybody, you know?
But do you realize how many people know each other because of you?
Yeah, that happens,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
Or not
true.
because of me, because of alcohol. They all come to the bar, they drink beer together, and they're like, I remember you, you're my buddy.
What do you mean?
No, you would not. Of course, you would never go to Bobby Q's and get really, really drunk, and
Ed, okay, that's enough. I have to go.
really funny, unbelievable. How you doing, Rory?
Oh, God.
I'm fine. I'm surviving. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
And Randy, how are you doing? We chewed the fat a few times upstairs at Peaches, I think.
Absolutely, that's the name of the place. Yes, and we've had
Yes.
some fun Facebook exchanges, I think, too.
We have.
So
Yes.
you know what we ought to do? All right. New thing. I'm going to take a screenshot. Here we go. Screenshot. We're going to do collaboration video challenges. I just made it up. All right.
Okay.
Let's see if it's good. All right. The four of us have to make a collaborative video in the next week.
I'll do it.
You got
I'm
a bass player, you got a guitar player, you got a piano player, a singer, and we'll work up a collaborative song in the next week. And I know
You
how to
have
do
to
it.
help. Ed, you have to help me and tell me how, because
Yeah. I'll teach everybody how to do it. I'll do the audio. I'll make it all happen. Just we'll like randomly pick throughout the night. We'll pick screens of people. We'll be
That's
like,
fun,
This
yes.
is the new band.
Okay,
I'm in.
All right.
I'm in too.
Rory's like, I'm not in. I'm not saying no.
No, I'm in. I'm definitely in. I think that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah,
I had one of those little apps on my phone, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do a collaborative
You
thing
sent
with
me one.
everybody.
When you came into the studio tonight, I noticed you sent me one, but I hadn't looked at it. I must have been like sleeping. Like, I'm calling me.
Well, that's just me and me. That messing around. But I don't know how to do that. Like to record one channel and then send it to you.
Oh, I'll
But-
show you how to. It's not hard. I'm doing it with like grade school kids through the Keys teaching program now.
Oh, okay.
And we've got it down. And I'm doing it with drunks who I play music with, like you watch, like today,
us, right?
My God, I
Yeah.
did one with Anthony Betty, Dave Lindsay, with Scott Bowney, and with I see his face, Dougie. My God, and we did a collaborative video. It took us 8 weeks to get everybody to get this stuff together, but we're debuting it tonight in a little while. And we did a Grateful Dead tune. It was super fun.
Oh, cool. I'd love to see it.
And
So it's
Anthony Betty sends me his tracks, right? Because what you do is you like listen to the song like on your computer with headphones, right? And then
Right.
you record a video of yourself with your phone. It's not really that hard, right?
Oh,
And then you send the video. That's the hardest part of sending the video, right? So Anthony Betty sends me the video, and he's out in Florida. He lives in Florida, and he's out at his pool. So you got the pool and the screen and everything, and it's at night, so he got all of his flashy lights. And like during the song, he's dancing around in the video. It's hysterical, right? And then I'm like, what is that noise? Like I've got noise reduction going. I got all this stuff to try to make the audio sound better. And I'm like, I can't figure out that noise. So I turn it up and I turn the treble up, and it's the cicada bugs outside in Florida.
oh, really?
And it's so loud that it's like his voice is here and the cicada bugs are like here,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think we floored Rory.
It's good to come.
No, I fell out of my chair with
Oh, yeah,
laughing.
that was such a good story that Rory fell out of his chair. But so then I decided, screw noise reduction. I'm just leaving the cicada bugs in. It's just going to be charming.
Oh, I would
That
have
will
left them
be.
in. Absolutely.
So I left them in.
Atmosphere.
So
Yeah.
all right, Rory, what are you going to do?
I'll just do a little instrumental. I'll do Little Martha, the Allman Brothers.
All right, cool. Take it away.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
darn good. Where'd learn
Thank
how to
you.
do
That's a
that?
little rusty,
Beautiful.
but not bad. Yeah. I spend more time on the computer working than I do on a guitar these days, but I get the
That
evenings to do this. So thank you.
Beautiful.
No, it's
Thank
you
great.
very much.
Tell me
Great
about
skill.
that song. What's with that song?
That's Little Martha by the Allman Brothers.
Oh, that's the Allman Brothers. Yeah, right. That's where I've heard it before. That's terrific.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Thank
That
you.
was beautiful.
Really nice. You got one more?
No, I got the guitar. The guitar's all tuned special to do that one. That's good for me. Thanks for getting me in there. I appreciate it.
All right, Rory. Good to see you.
You too. I'm gonna hang out and watch for a while. I'll be here.
All right.
Nice to meet you all.
All right,
You
very
too.
Good to see you, Rory.
nice to see you. And we're streaming
you.
on Facebook and YouTube too. So if I kick you out of the studio for space, always you can always go watch on Facebook.
No, I got 3 tabs open here. I'll catch it. And let me know about that song. The collaboration. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
I'll think of that. This is the new band right here. This is it.
Okay.
Yay!
All right, cool.
Take care,
See you,
guys.
Rory.
You too.
All right, Sarah Chesler, great to see you as well.
Thank you for having me. And Randy, good to talk to you too.
And you, Sarah. Really nice job.
All right. Yeah, Randy. So
Oh.
you're still on. You somehow made the cut.
Look at me, because I'm a big mouth.
You can always go watch on Facebook. Look who I got.
No, I got 3 tabs open here. I'll catch it. And let me
Oh
know-
yeah, AJ, you got to turn your audio down from the stream.
I'll think of that. This is the new band right here.
Oh yeah, AJ's on, but he's got to turn the audio down from his stream. And I got Brian and Vera coming in shortly. I see them hanging out. I'll just bring them in to say hello. Oh, there you are, Brian. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just saw you there, so I thought I'd bring you on.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Vera's coming.
Yeah, all right. You take your time. I'm going to kick you off, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's see if AJ figured his audio problem. Oh yeah, you got to shut down your.
No, I switched to headphones.
Oh yeah, there you go. How you doing?
Hey, Randy, how are you?
Hey there, AJ. I'm well, man. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Nice.
I see we all got the facial hair going.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and Brian, I don't know if you just saw Brian, but Brian is like Mr. Babyface, clean shaven, and he's got like a beard going. Pretty wild. I like the facial hair, AJ. I have to say that works for
Yeah.
you.
When did you start that?
I'm doing great.
When did you start growing the beard?
I started the day we got quarantined.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So how you been doing?
Can you hear Ed?
Oh no, the bug.
AJ, can you hear Ed at all?
I do.
Oh,
Okay.
you do? Okay, cool. All right, cool. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to play a video, and we're going to
The
bring
day
Brian
the
and
corona
Vera.
started.
We're going to bring Brian and Vera on shortly, but I'm going to play one of the videos that you sent in, Randy.
Oh, great.
All right, here it is.
Thank you.
I'm going to
I'll
play
stay
one of
there.
those, and I don't know. How do you make it work? You make it work like this, and then you push this button, and then you push this button, and here we go.
I do.
Uh-oh.
You back?
I can't hear Ed, but I can hear AJ.
We're having audio glitches here. Can
Ed's
you hear me
back.
now?
Ed's
Yeah,
back.
that video I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, that's what happens. There was something up with the audio on that. Hey, AJ and Randy, why don't you chat for a minute while I solve this audio behind the scenes?
Happy to do it.
Cool, man. Cool. So what's shaking, Randy? What's new?
Not a lot, man. I'm, my days aren't that different because I retired a couple of years ago, but my whole social life was built around music. So, and I had built, AJ, this perfect gig schedule. I said, no gigs January through March because I can't deal with the snow. And starting April. And so I had gigs with 4 bands for the rest of the year. Mind you, we got no snow or one day, January through March. And now my gigs are gone. But, things are good. Everybody's healthy. And we're making the most of it. What have you been up to? Oh, hold on. Maybe the video is going to. All right, he's playing with it. Anyway, what Ed's gonna show, I think, is me, my son Paul on drums, and my son Pat on guitar and vocals, because it's they're back home because they lost their jobs. They both worked in schools, and so here they are. And we're like, hey, you know what? We have one of the few bands under one roof. We should be able to do something. So we just knocked out 2 cover tunes.
Well, thank God that everybody is healthy.
Yeah. How about you? You and yours?
Oh yeah, we're all cool.
Yeah. What have you been doing during are you locked down basically?
No, I have to get out because of my business, and but I am, so much of it is related to my 90, almost 6-year-old mother-in-law who's living with me.
Oh God, how is she?
She's great.
Good.
I think she's gonna be living with the cockroaches.
There you go. So she has her marbles and she's doing okay?
She's great.
That's really nice to hear. Actually, my mother-in-law lives with us. She's 85 and same thing. Great health, sharp as anything.
Yeah, sharp, great health.
Oh yeah, sharp.
Loves music. Loves a good joke.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Little glass of wine,
Oh yeah. She's great.
All right, you guys, thanks for holding the show down. I think I figured it out. You want to give it another try?
Sure.
Cross your fingers. Yeah, there's some odd.
I don't know which one this is, but.
All right, well, this is number 1.
I can't remember which one.
All right, here we go.
You're rolling. Woo!
There we go.
Well, God bless you for doing that, Randy. God bless you.
I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. I had $1 million, but I'd spend it all if I could find that item in that satchel that she found. And I'd pop a cap inside.
that have done, sons.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sounds like
Very
a real
fun for me.
band. You made that band.
We actually, my boys pointed out to me that we've never really played together. Like, you're kidding all the time. Anyway, what cracks me up about that is I didn't really notice. I didn't think he could notice, but it's clear Dad's had a glass of wine or two that was done after dinner. So, and by the way, I have to thank you eternally. Otherwise, I would have cursed you eternally for
What?
putting me on playing bass before JC doing Jaco Pastorius.
Oh yeah, exactly. Here's Jaco Pastorius, and now Randy.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Nobody wants to go after.
No.
Nobody wants to go after JC. No way.
Certainly not me. Yes.
JC, I'm like watching. We did What Is Hip last week. Did you see that? Did you
Oh,
catch
yes,
any
I
of that?
did. Hell
And-
yeah.
And he's like,
Absolutely. Rock
it sounded
solid.
like a
Rock
Uzi going
solid.
off. My God.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
And he looked so cool. Like I've got that keyboard player face. I'm like, my lip is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you see me when I play, I'm like, I'm like the dog in the back of the car. Yeah.
JC is like just lays it down, like he looks like we think we look
I
when we
know.
play.
You're right. Yeah. I didn't need to hear that, but yeah, that's true.
Oh my God. So now, do you know Brian and Vera?
I don't think I do.
All right, well, here they are.
That's funny.
That's what they look like.
I didn't need to hear that. I didn't.
All right, wait. Okay, stop everything. What am I looking at? Your face, your baby face is gone.
Yeah, I'm just, I just gave up,
You look.
It's a good look. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's a good look, giving up. Just forget about personal hygiene. Whatever. It's a good look.
I love it. Except, and look, I've had a beard for a long time, right? I've had a beard. I bought a boat in, God, it was the mid 90s, and I spent a lot of time on the boat, and I didn't want to shave on the boat. It didn't work. So I let it get scruffy, and somebody said, "Oh, maybe you ought to have a beard," And I went, "All right." And my beard was dark like your beard, but now I'm 56 years old, and my beard is salt and pepper, and I'm like,
Distinguished.
that's a whole different thing, Like you've got the beard, you look like Leonardo DiCaprio in some movie.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, you could. Take a few
So what does
pointers
your wife,
from Ed
what does
over
your
here.
wife think about that beard? What do you think about that beard, Vera?
I don't mind it.
I never hear Leo DiCaprio. Why don't I ever hear that?
I will say that now.
Yeah, you look like Leo DiCaprio in Django Unchained. How about that?
She's like, you look like Leo DiCaprio.
Oh my God! So how you guys been doing?
We're good.
We're fine. We're all good, man.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
glad
healthy.
You can make it on the show. Do a few songs for us. What are you gonna do?
Start with it's gonna be some originals, you know. And we'll start with one called "Let You Leave the Lights On."
All right, go for it.
All right. How the effects and the levels out there? Good.
think
I'm
it's
assuming
fine.
it's good.
He says yes.
Phenomenal. Really good.
All right.
Too good.
Teardrops in my hands, all my broken plans. You don't mind that. Mountains that I climbed fell 1,000 times. You admire that. And I've been through some bad shit, things you can't imagine. But since you gave me your heart, wanna make a new start. Yeah, ashamed of what I was, like a dirty drug, saw me through that. Scared of what they say, being thrown away, I never do that. And I was on my last thread, covers over my head. But since you came along, love, wanna take them all off. Oh yeah, I'll let you leave the lights on, 'cause I know that you won't judge. Finally think my hiding days are done. Leave those lights on. Oh yeah, I'll hold you till the end comes. Give all of me and then some, 'cause I think maybe you could be the one. Leave those Oh, yeah. Troubles on the shelf, nothing but myself. Let me be that. Comfort in my skin, beauty from within. Made me feel that. Discover all of my curves. Speak to me without words. Pull me in with your force. Take me now, I'm all yours. Oh, yeah. I'll let you leave the lights on, 'cause I know that you won't judge. Finally think my heart and days are done. Leave those lights on. Oh, yeah. I'll hold you till the end comes. You follow me and then some. 'Cause I think maybe you could be the one. Leave those lights on. Oh, in the dark, where to conceal TV for real. In the dark, where to conceal TV for real. I'll let you leave the lights on, 'cause I know that you won't judge. Finally think my heart and days are done. Leave those lights on. Oh, yeah. I'll hold you till the end comes. You follow me and then some. 'Cause I think maybe you could be the one. Leave those lights on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think maybe you could be the one. Leave those lights on. Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, it's right. You guys sound too good. Okay. If your song were a beard, it would be dark, like Leonardo DiCaprio's beard. That's how good that song was.
Santa's beard.
Be Santa's beard. It's a gift.
I just wrote that. Like Conan O'Brien has 10 guys writing for him. And they're like, tell him to
You're
say this
rocking it.
joke. I'm like, I write him on the fly. That's how I.
You're rocking it.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, sound good. Look,
all right. Well, this next
Hey, you
one,
know, Ed?
we're going to release it as a single soon. We're working on that, but this is I think it's relevant for the times. It's called "Love's a Survivor."
All right, take it away.
Right? Okay.
Baby, these are dark days. Lately, Earth ain't a bright place. I see the tears upon your sweet face when the ground beneath our feet shakes. To hell and back through a firestorm. We've been attacked, so we wage war. So many fighting for the same cure. Looks like we've got a lot to pray for. So I'm glad you let me learn to be the one that you can turn to. All the pain that you've been going through, I'll suffer with you. 'Cause even if the world was falling down around us, you never need to fear, baby, 'cause love's a survivor. And even when the starlight is faded from the night sky, we'll always have a prayer, baby, 'cause love's a survivor. When you can't sleep, trying to hide from the bad dreams, think of better days and just breathe. They're not as far away as they seem. 'Cause when the battle is over, I know it's gonna bring us closer. You know I'll always be your soldier. I'll carry you upon my shoulders. Sickness and in health, babe, that's a promise that we both made. And if you gotta leave, it's okay. I'll be with you someday. 'Cause even if the world was falling down around us, you never need to fear, baby, 'cause love's a survivor. And even when the starlight is faded from the night sky, we'll always have a prayer, baby, 'cause love's a survivor. It's all we ever needed. It's all we ever needed. You never need to fear, baby, cause love's a survivor. It's all we ever needed. It's all we ever needed. We'll always have a prayer, baby, cause love's a survivor. Even if the world was falling down around us, you never need to fear, baby, cause love's a survivor. And even when the starlight is fading from the night sky, we'll always have a prayer, baby, cause love's a survivor. We'll always have a prayer, baby, cause love's a survivor. We'll always have a prayer, baby, cause love's a survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
That was great.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
You know, if I might jump in,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Jesus.
It does kind of look like that.
It's like he's got like an underbeard, like a
oh
Civil War
my
beard.
God, I'm married to Leonardo DiCaprio.
And you know what's going to happen in about 2 weeks?
Yeah.
This.
Oh no.
I'm going to be fighting bears in the woods. Is what's going to be happening.
There were bear
Just going at it
sightings.
with a grizzly bear. Like,
Actually, that's not. There were bear sightings in Darien.
oh,
Did you guys
perfect.
see that?
Perfect.
No, what happened?
hey,
I saw on the Facebook.
Did you guys see on the book face?
On the book face,
On the computer.
on the compute, on this thing called the internet.
speaking of bears,
Webs.
Yeah, there were bear sightings in Darien.
Oh, I thought you said bitings. I thought you said bear
No
biting.
sightings.
Yeah.
Like they bit some Darien lady.
Yeah, that-
The reverb.
Yeah, bear could have meant something completely different in that context.
They're bear in Darien. Yes, exactly.
That's true. Oh, that's true. Good
That's
one.
true.
Good
It's like
one.
that Robert
Hey.
Redford wife swapping movie. Yeah.
Good
That's
one. Yeah. Yeah.
Now that'd be interesting.
Ed,
Well,
you'll appreciate this.
what?
One night I'm coming back from the Cobb's Mill Inn,
Mhm.
Right.
and you know what that would be like to be driving back from the Cobb's Mill Inn after a long jam.
Uh-oh.
And I'm driving through Wilton, and I'm back in the day with my old black Cherokee, and I'm coming down, towards Route 7, and a bear jumps out right in front of my Cherokee, and I'm doing about a good 35, and this thing jumps out in front of me and accelerates and hooks off into the woods. So if you don't think there are any bear around here,
Oh yeah.
and
See?
and that now to segue into something else, I'm putting these two cats in the same category with like Greg Oliveras and the Dakotas
Oh
as
yeah.
my favorite young acts. I
Absolutely.
mean, these cats, they got it going on. They know how to write, they know
Oh.
how
yeah,
to
you.
play,
Yeah, you too.
and they know
Did
how
he,
to
say,
perform.
did he say we're young?
yeah. You said we were young. I'm sold.
Well, look at me. Look at me. So anybody in this group, maybe Randy and I might be contemporaries, but in this group, I definitely feel like the senior citizen, and I've been around, and you guys got it going on, man. I dig
agree.
you guys. I am
I
an
agree.
ultimate fan. I love your
you.
music.
Oh, thanks.
Love it.
Thank you.
You guys
Thank
have
you,
one
thank
more
The
that you
harmonies were so well locked in.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
good.
thanks.
I've always said that I want to see you guys playing in like a stadium somewhere. That it could happen, definitely.
Yeah, when we're but just 6 foot, everyone's 6 feet
Yeah.
apart. That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's over. Live music is over. Everything
Yeah.
you've been building up to this point, you might as well
Yeah,
just
it's done.
focus on your
Dreams
children
crushed.
now because
Yeah.
it's over.
But here's the thing: I think it levels the playing field. What's going on right now. I mean, if you want to do a concert, just do it on Facebook or do it like we're doing it, and that's it. That's what everyone's doing.
True.
It's,
That's
now
right.
it's a level field right now.
Right. By the time you're playing in front of an audience, you're going to look like AJ.
Yeah.
Your beard's going to be white. You have a white beard and a bandana. That's going to be your look. Yeah.
Hey, this is my COVID thing, man. I wear this every day now because I go out every day and I'm with my guys, and we're all, like I told you last week when we were on, us construction dudes, like we're used to this. So we put our masks on, we put our
Yeah.
protective equipment on, and we go to work.
Yeah.
But what I'd like to throw out to you is tomorrow night, my good friend Glenn Alexander from Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes, he does a show on Facebook on his site with his daughter Oriah, and they either mix it with originals or covers, and it's a really cool show. I mean, and here again, this is what everybody's doing. They're putting it out there. Nobody's giving up, and I am going to talk to Ed very shortly about orchestrating the first outside, socially distanced, with or without masks, depending on what's required, street performance in the not too distant future.
Cool.
All right, man.
We're gonna make it happen.
Sounds
All right,
good.
you guys gonna do a song for us?
Yeah, do another one.
Do another one?
Yeah,
Okay.
do one more if you got it.
Okay, yeah, we got one.
All right, cool.
All right, this is this is brand new. I wrote this for my grandpa. And he passed away in April about 5 years ago. So every April I think about him, and so I wrote this one for him, and it's called Goodbye April.
Morning breaks in the wake 'cause the rain hasn't let me sleep for days since you found your resting place. Hard to breathe, hard to move, hard to think. Needing you, need a stronger drink till I'm stoned enough to sing. The truth is, don't even I believe in miracles. Please just hold me. I'm freezing. Goodbye, April. I've lost you all over again. Blow out the candles. Time flies like smoke in the wind. For you, I'm thankful. And I'll see you soon. Until then, that's the day I wait for. After the rainstorm, goodbye April. Let you go 'cause I must, 'cause I know there's an end to the winding road where the sign says welcome home. But tonight, while it's me and the sound of the clouds spilling to the ground, gotta stay inside for now. So if you can, all I want is one chance to be haunted by you. I can't talk to walls much longer. Goodbye, April. I've lost you all over again. Blow out the candles. Time flies like smoke in the wind. With you, I'm thankful. And I'll see you soon. Until then, that's the day I wait for. After the rainstorm, goodbye, April. 'Cause I relived it all. Every drop that falls. Goodbye, April. Lost you all over again. Blow out the candles. Time flies like smoke in the wind. For you, I'm thankful. And I'll see you soon. Until then, that's the day I wait for. After the rainstorm, goodbye, April. That's the day I wait for. After the rainstorm, goodbye, April. That's the day I wait for. After the rainstorm, goodbye, April.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Beautiful.
One little hiccup in the first verse there, but it's okay.
Phenomenal. So good. I just realized, AJ, I just realized what's going on. All right. Do you remember when you turned 30, how old you felt?
Absolutely.
You turned 30, you're like, I'm done. I'm old. Let me tell you something. You turned 40, you turned 50, and you're like, I'm not old. 50. I got like decades left. Decades. Like that's why you guys are like, oh, thanks for calling us young. It's so funny, To us old guys, it's funny,
That's a very well written, very well constructed song.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there was
definitely.
I think we got ahead just in the pre-chorus, the
I
first
did.
pre-chorus. It's okay though. Well, it's brand new. That's what happens.
That's something
the
only
first
you
time
would
I've
know.
chopping
heard
wood
that
here,
one.
Yeah.
I've never heard that, right?
No,
No.
that's new. Yeah.
No, it was very cool. You're working it out. The structure was great. Your harmonies are good, and
Thank you.
getting back to age, you're only as old as you feel.
I agree.
know?
That's true.
And I got news for you. At 66 years old, I don't know that I'm not 30
I love
Right.
it.
Yeah.
because music keeps you young.
Totally.
I've been playing since I was 12 years old.
Love it.
And I use it as a way to solve my stress problem
Yeah.
from my day-to-day
yeah.
life.
Absolutely.
It works great. Why do you
Hell
think
yeah.
that's why I hang out with you cats, because this is what gives me joy.
Absolutely. Good for the soul.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Totally, man.
So
Agree.
here, there's Michael. You see Michael?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey guys, how you doing?
So
Brian,
Good.
you guys sound amazing. Really good.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool. I love it.
they do sound
Good to play.
amazing. And there's Hector, who doesn't realize he's on the air yet. How you doing, Hector?
I do
There
now.
he is.
Hector's like, I'm gonna go adjust my truss, over in the back there,
How's everybody doing? Hey AJ, how's it going?
Hey man, how are you?
Great. How you been, man? Miss
I'm
you guys.
Looking forward to hearing you, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you guys sounded great, Brian and Vera. Really.
Oh,
Thank
thanks.
you.
How's your
Great
dad
job,
doing?
Brian and Vera.
I always love
Awesome.
it when your family comes on, when your dad
Oh
comes
yeah.
Oh yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Tell him we miss him. We need to get him on.
We'll tell
I
him.
know. I told him. I was like, "Mom, get on there tonight." She's like, "Yeah, we're tired."
I totally get it.
I'll put him on at
Whatever.
7:45. I'll put him
Yeah.
on.
What? Yeah. All right.
No, the best was at the the Blues and Views where you had your whole family with you. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, that
great.
That was fun. The kids were there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I know, man. A lot of family time these
Yeah.
days with the kids.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I always wondered what it was like back. Like I would imagine. I'd be like, I wonder what it was like in the 1700s back in Connecticut, where people lived in their farm and then they were home with their kids and they worked in the
Yeah.
field and then
Yeah.
taking rocks out of the field and they went back into the house. That's what it's like today.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, that's what it's like.
But
Yeah.
with the internet.
Right.
Well, with the
Like
internet.
if we were trying to do this back then, it would be like me on the porch with like a fiddle.
Right.
And like people
Movement.
people out in the field just dancing, at a distance, and I'm like,
You have your
The
hymnal.
technology would be the oil lamp that you try to use.
The oil lamp and a hymnal, and you're like, "Mom, can we do one page 493?" You're like, "Oh, back to
Yeah.
land or whatever."
Yeah.
So my favorite thought about Connecticut is back in the settlers' days, you realize there were less trees in Connecticut than there are now because they were all cut down and sent back to either England or into the seaside communities of Connecticut to build ships. But we harvested nothing but rocks. So how long did it take the settlers to figure out that if they just went to Pennsylvania, they wouldn't have to harvest rocks every 3 feet?
I got some more rocks, Mom.
They say that there are enough stone walls in Connecticut to
Yeah.
circumnavigate the moon and back.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Too many.
Yep. I've got one up here. Yeah.
But that
stuff.
shows the determination of our early settlers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They never gave up, and neither should we.
Yeah, well,
Not at all.
Actually,
I'll check with you in about 6 months after we're still self-isolated.
Right.
Right.
I've built stone walls, and it's actually really it's a good experience when when you finish it. It's very rewarding.
I bet.
Like, I built this wall here.
My grandfather came to this country by himself at 13 years old in 1884, and the wall he built on Purchase Street in Westchester County is still there to this
Oh wow,
day.
I know that. I went to SUNY Purchase.
Yeah, well, if you drive down Purchase Street, you see my grandfather's walls.
Oh wow,
all the way down.
Wow,
they stand the test of time.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, that's the great part about being a Mason is I can go anywhere and see where my grandfather, my father, or myself touched the earth.
Yep.
And
Definitely.
I might add, we did it ecologically friendly because we were using what the earth provided us.
Yeah.
But on to more music.
That's a good idea for a song. Stone wall, like you withstand the test of time. Maybe
All
I'll
right,
work
Brian and Very, great to see you guys.
Hi, thank you.
All right, we'll definitely see you soon. Don't be strangers.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Cool. Hey, Hector, how you doing? You're the man now. There's no pressure, but there's 5 of us
Stonewall. I mean,
around you.
Stonewall probably the name of my next song now.
Exactly.
Hey, if
I'm bringing
that
somebody on.
inspires
Wait.
you, that's cool.
I'm bringing somebody on that none of you guys know yet. Check
Okay.
it out. There's Heidi Garcia.
Hey Heidi.
Oh, you gotta, hey Heidi, you got to turn the feed down. If you're
Okay.
watching on Facebook, just turn that down.
How's that? I just turned it up. That's why.
Yeah,
I
no,
had-
turn the feed
Is that
down,
better?
and you'll hear us through the software probably. How you doing?
Is that better? Good.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah. So all these guys, you recognize Michael on the screen.
I've known Mike forever, so yeah.
That's great. So yeah, so Heidi, I got to meet Heidi when we did a music collab put together by produced by Michael, and he was like, "Oh, I know a singer that's gonna sing this," and I'm like, "Okay," and then I saw the track. I hit play on the track, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like, oh my god, it's too good.
Heidi is like the shit because I played with her since like 1996 or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is like a little bit of trivia. She was the backup singer in Men Without Hats.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, no kidding.
Really?
It's true, yeah.
No kidding.
Keyboards and vocals, and yeah, good times.
Are you in the video?
Safety Dance. Wasn't that their big song, Safety Dance?
That was the big hit. Yeah, but there was
Yeah, I remember that song.
there were
You
a
sang
couple
on that?
things after that.
Did you sing on that, Heidi?
I'm not on that particular song. A lot of people think that I'm on it, but I did all the live performances when I toured. We did Safety Dance live, and
Nice.
I'm on a different album that came out afterwards called
Nice.
The Adventures of Men and Women Without Hate in the 21st Century, and I'm singing on that. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice to meet all of you. Thanks for having me on here.
And you,
Yeah,
Heidi,
nice to
nice
have
to
you
meet
on.
you.
So
I just have to say one thing to one person who is possibly watching right now, which is my nephew and his whole little group, Team Camacho. I'm saying hello. I hope you're watching because he told me to say hello.
Oh, that's great. Hey, nephew, does he play music too?
No, he does many other things, beautiful artwork, but he's just, his son is getting into, my nephew has a son and he's getting into guitar right now. So Matthew.
Very cool. That's very cool. Maybe we'll have to have him on the show.
Yeah.
All right, Hector, you going to do a couple songs for us?
Yeah. I got one by the Grateful Dead.
All right, and then
Who are they?
after,
No.
okay, listen. So that's a perfect segue. So you're going to do a song by the Grateful Dead, and then later on, I'm going to play a song, a collaborative video that I did with Anthony Benny and Dave Lindsay and Dougie and Scott Bounty by the Grateful Dead, and I play keyboards on it.
Hope it's not this song.
It's very psychedelic. So you do that. Then I'm gonna, but after this, I'm gonna play the video that Michael put together, and it was really a privilege to work on that one. So you're in good company, and we'll stay with you until we play that video after a couple songs from you, Hector.
All right, cool. This is like the very first difficult song I ever learned in my life. I said, I can't do this song. It's too damn hard. But finally got it, I think. Anyway, this is called Mississippi Half Step. On the day when I was born, Daddy sat down and cried. That's just plain as day, which could not be denied. See the king caught Abel rolling loaded dice. Ace of spades behind his ear, and him not thinking twice. Left step, Mississippi uptown, to the loop. Hello, baby, I'm gone, goodbye. Half a cup of rock and rye. Farewell to you, old southern skies. I'm on my way, on my way. See that when your ship comes in, the first mate takes the sails, the second takes the afterdeck, the third cranks and rails. All you got to live for is what you left behind. Get yourself an overcharged conceal that silver mine. F-step, Mississippi uptown, to the loop. Hello, baby, I'm gone, goodbye. Half a cup of rock and rye. Farewell to you, old southern skies. I'm on my way, on my way. Half step, Mississippi uptown, to the loop. Well, baby, I'm gone, goodbye. Half a cup of rock and rye. Farewell to you, old southern skies. I'm on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way across the Rio Grande, across the lazy river, across the Rio Grande, across the lazy river. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might find get what you need. Across the Rio Grande, across that lazy river.
Woo,
yeah, baby.
That was
Thank
great,
you.
Hector.
I first heard that song when I was 21, and I forgot it a few times.
That
Hi,
sounded
Ross.
great. That sounded really good. Hey, Heidi, I think your audio is whining a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I hear
What is it doing?
I hear like a feedback coming from your, like, it almost sounds like a
mute.
Like a fan.
It sounds
Oh.
like something is like meow, meow, making a sound there.
Let me see. Well, I can mute myself here.
Yeah, you know, headphones will solve that, but it doesn't really matter. If I put you on mute, you'll know why, you know? Yeah, that's good. So, Hector, that was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Nice job, Hector.
Thanks. I got one more for you.
Nice
Yeah,
job,
go
Hector.
for it. Do one more.
This is
then-
one of
then
your
I'm gonna-
favorites, Ed.
Then I'm going to world debut that video. Go for it.
Okay. It's a beautiful night. Look for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing June? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. I know a little chapel on the boulevard we can go. No one will know. Oh, come on, girl. Who cares if you trash got a pocket full of cash we can blow? What's up with trouble? And it's on, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready, 'cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Oh, girl, get a ring, hear the choir bells sing like ooh. What you wanna do? We can run, girl. If you wake up and we wanna break up, hey, that's cool. No, I won't blame you. It was fun, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready, 'cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby, baby, baby. Just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby, baby, baby. It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something fun to do. Come on, baby. I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you.
Yeah, nice job.
Wow.
I'll marry you, Hector,
Bruno
right
Mars
now.
song.
That was
I'll marry
awesome.
you right now.
I just had a realization about that song while you were singing it.
What?
That the lyrics are is it the dancing juice?
Dancing juice. That would be this.
I always thought it was. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it those dancing Jews?
Jewish wedding. That's for a Jewish wedding. It's interchangeable.
It's juice as in boy juice.
Rabinowitz.
Now it makes so much more sense. Thank you, Hector.
It does, right? Because probably when we all proposed, alcohol may have been involved.
Yes, it usually is.
Who sings that song? Where have I heard it before?
It's by Bruno Mars.
Oh, I thought it was like
I had to
someone.
lower that like a few keys because it was like pretty high. He has a pretty high voice, so I found something that I was comfortable with.
Nice, very nice job, Hector.
Thank you.
job.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, listen, everybody. Here's what's
Excellent.
going to happen now. I want to put Karen on, but she's not going on next. I'm going to put on the world debut of Michael's amazing production of a Jaco Pastorius tune that Heidi sang on, and JR sang on, and I sang on, and whatever. So without further ado, I'm going to play that video, and then we'll all come back, and then I'll put Karen on. All right?
Ed, can you sing?
No.
Okay. Okay.
We all sang on it. All of us.
No.
Sure you can, Ed. Sure you can.
I played Hammond organ, Rhodes electric piano, and Hohner clavinet on the song, and I did some production behind the
Okay.
scenes.
And
But
Ed, you actually grew like 2 extra pairs of hands.
Exactly.
Like, you'll see. It's very bizarre.
I'm the 6-handed keyboard player.
Cool.
So yeah. So without further ado, let's see if I
I
can.
remember
push-
you broke your hand and you were the one-handed piano
the
player.
one-handed keyboard player. All right. So here it goes. The world debut.
Come over as fast as you can. You're afraid that you won't like it, but you don't understand. One thing, my brother, I can tell you the truth. Through what life you spent me, please do
you think of them apples?
I shouldn't.
That was awesome.
That was super good.
I call it.
You sang the hell out of that song, Heidi.
Yeah, Heidi, that was you. You know, an amazing thing is I called her. When did I call you? Yesterday to do this, or yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, and it was a bit of a rush, but okay.
It's a last minute production. That's what I'm going to call it. Last minute production.
That's
for
a good
them.
idea. Yeah, that was so fun. When Michael, because obviously I didn't know you before this, but when Michael said, "Oh, I'm sending you the track now," I'm like, "All right, send me the track," and then I hit play. I'm like, "What the what?"
And then JR too. Like
I love the way that the two of you, you know, look, all of us were not in the same room. For those of you who don't know how this works, we were not live. We did this separately. We played our hearts out in our houses, and then we sort of stitched it together. And the energy was great, and it almost felt like we were bouncing off each other. But we were a little bit, by the time the tracks got to you, you heard a lot of our stuff. But it really filled out in the end. It really sounded great.
Thank you. And I feel like I know everybody now. Like, hi, JR, if he's watching. Like, singing with him virtually.
I hope we get to do another one at some point.
That would be an amazing thing. I knew that both you and JR are great singers, so like it would work. I knew it was going to work, even though you guys didn't know each other
and separately. Yeah.
Separated and not and you came together like in this music, and it just came out something wonderful. It's so cool. And and JC and that guitar player too. Everybody, it was fun.
And you, Mike.
Tell me about that guitar player. I don't know that guy.
So I don't know him either. His name is Caesar. He's a friend of JC's.
Yeah.
And I saw last week, like JC and him did the chicken, the Jaco Pastorius, the chicken, and they threw a little video out, like 30 or 40 second video of it. And I heard what he was doing, and I just mentioned to JC, like, hey, why don't you ask that guy, if he wants to do a little something,
He killed it. He did a really super job with it.
Came together, yeah, it was nice, and I'm so glad that Heidi too, because I used to play in a band with Heidi in New York City, and we haven't really played together for a long time. And she lives in Texas.
Oh, you live in Texas now?
Yeah.
Where in Texas?
I am in Colleyville.
Which is where?
Next to Grapevine. Where the airport is Grapevine, and actually I'm in between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Right.
Cities, so I'm like half an hour from each.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought you were in the city.
Used to be, born and raised, gone.
Yeah, so I've been doing this motorcycle trip around the country until the coronavirus stopped that. But I've done a series of about 20 trips where I go about 1,000 miles, then I park the bike and I fly home. And I did 2,100 miles in Texas.
Oh, wow.
Just zigzagging around Texas. And
wow.
Texas is bigger than anybody thinks.
I hope you didn't do this in the summer.
No, the weather was nice, actually. I was in the hill country camping, and I was actually freezing. It must have been May or something.
Oh, okay. May, it's cool. It's been cool until now. But
I remember being cold.
There
was frost. I remember waking up with frost,
And we do have winter here. It gets cold, but summer is not when you want to be outside.
How hot is it there already?
It's been hot, like in the 80s this week, but it's so dry in this area that it doesn't feel quite as hot. But it'll get really hot, like upper 90s, low hundreds, like that. Yeah.
Right. Phenomenal.
Hey, so I'm hoping that maybe Heidi, you'll come back and do something, play some piano. Heidi's a phenomenal pianist and singer, and she could do some really great stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that.
I'm in a band now, and with this whole thing, I would love if we were able to all do something together. And our leader, bass player, has been trying to get us together, but we're all kind of like a little bit germophobic about getting together right now. So we're just all, doing whatever we can, either virtually with other people or alone or at home doing not much of anything.
I know. This is one of my great experiences is doing these collaborative videos from home. It made me feel like I'm playing again. I'm, not to be able to be on a stage or with people, but to be able to do this, it really is a great experience.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, super, super good. All right, I'm going to bring Karen Johnstone on, and
Talk to
then
you later, Heidi.
I'm going to bring her on. Here we go. Heidi, it was super good to see you.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
No, I have her muted. I'm one of these days I'll figure out how to use all this stuff. Hey, Karen.
No, it's so complicated. Hi. I'm doing good. Guys.
Yeah. So what should I do? Should I play the video that you two guys are in?
Yeah, do the video first. I want to watch it.
I'm going to do the video first, and you can chill out and watch. And let's see if I figure out how to push the right buttons to make this happen. Here we go. And then you'll have to tell me about this.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's the music? Here it is.
We don't have no nice time. Do you think about that? Long time. We don't have no nice time. Do you think about that? This is my heart to rock you steady. I need your love anytime you're ready. This little heart in me, this won't let me be. I'm in a rockin' mood. Won't you rock with me? Long time. We don't have no nice time. Do you think about that? This is my heart to rock you steady. I need your love
So much fun. Thank you.
That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was fun watching it back like 100 times in the past week because we were trying to figure stuff out.
This is the problem. Like this afternoon, I watched that video that after we finished it with that Jocko song. I watched it like a dozen times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you work so hard on something.
So fun to like, oh, I did that. I made, look, Mom, what I made,
Exactly.
It's really awesome. Wow, that you guys did. Oh my gosh.
Well,
With your
you know,
hands. That's so
Some
good.
the fun, cool part about these things is sometimes like things happen that you never expected. Like in ours, we didn't know who was going to sing it, until maybe like a day or two before today.
Right.
And with the one we just made, Karen and I and Carl, like we were trying to find a bass player to get to do it, and we were sort of asking around, and then all of a sudden I thought of a friend of mine in Texas, my friend Joe, another friend who's in Texas, who I played in a reggae band with in college, and I just messaged him and he came through, and so it was like unexpected gifts.
Yeah, and like Heidi said, even though I never have met that guy Joe, now I feel like I know him because I watched us playing together a couple of times, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's my friend Joe now. Hey Joe.
Yeah, he's watching.
But I ended up watching it so many times because we went back and forth so many times with it was confusing. There was a lot of confusion because we did the guitar and then like the saxophone separately, but then we put them together, and then it didn't work, and then we're like, how are we gonna resolve this problem? And then we all had different ideas, and luckily we all made it out alive.
Yeah, it sort of like melded together at the end and actually shaped into something that was nice.
Yeah.
It's really cool. We're gonna do a lot more of these collaborative videos. I'm really happy, Michael, that you sort of took the lead in producing these things. It's really great.
Mike, a really, really good job. I mean, it all sounded very good over my headphones, and I think the production was very well done, and I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I like that song. I like the way you guys did it, and I'd love to hear it again.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much, AJ. We'd like to hear you do some songs too, man.
Well, right now, I think the only thing I could probably do is like some poetry or something like that, because as you can see, I'm sitting here in my office, and we were down in the studio last week, and the guys in the band are talking about, we have so much material prepared to play live now. It's ridiculous. But because of the 95, almost 96-year-old mother-in-law I got sitting in the next room, they don't want to come by because they're afraid of infecting her.
Yeah.
And this is what's great about the people in our community. And this is why I love musicians, and why, to me, this is the greatest thing ever, because they're sensitive people, they're creative people, and they're respectful. And as much as I mean, I got a full studio downstairs, if you guys were watching last week, and it's just empty sitting there. And it breaks my heart, but I understand my guys are just saying, hey, we're not putting anybody at jeopardy. So this is what we got to do. And I'm happy to just be here giving some color commentary with my buddy Ed. And you guys are awesome, because this is
Hey,
what
well, you never know, man. I might call you up and ask you to do a Doors tune.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Considering I'm old enough to be at an actual, do you know that the very first concert I ever went to, I was going down to buy tickets for the 1969 Knicks with my friend Brian Arabia, and we were maybe 13 and 14 years old. And we get down there, and we got our money saved up from our paper routes, and we're going to buy Knicks tickets. And I look up and I see the first two concerts at Madison Square Garden, The Doors and Janis Joplin with the Paul Butterfield Blues Band.
Ooh.
And I laid down $12. $12 for one ticket for the Doors and one ticket for Janis Joplin and the Paul Butterfield Blues Band.
Wow.
And I snuck down there at night. My old man, my mom didn't know I was down there, and changed my life. You know, but I mean, I went down. I got my Knicks tickets. You know, and if you remember, 1969, they won it all.
Wow.
That was the year I was born. So I don't know. But wait, so did you grow up on the West Side or?
No, I grew up in Yonkers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I live in Hastings now, which is right above Yonkers.
Beautiful place, man. Beautiful place.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool, man.
Here's some poetry.
Lions in the street and roaming dogs in heat, rabid and foaming, snakes caged in the heart of the city. The celebration is about to begin. Is everybody in?
Nice. He brought it.
I wasn't expecting that. Nice.
Well, I could do the whole thing, but it takes like 35 minutes. You know, and I don't want to bore you with that.
Exactly. Everybody say hey to Tony Benny, Anthony Benny.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
What's up? Hey, guys.
Hey, Tony, man, how are you?
Hey, Jay, what's up, dude?
Dude, are you down in Florida?
I am indeed down in beautiful Cape Coral in Southwest Florida, and yeah, we're very happy to be connected with you guys tonight. It's always fun to rejoin the old gang.
Well, how about laying it on us, man?
He's going to do we have a collaborative video, and I see Dave Lindsay in the studio too, but I want to hear Karen Johnstone play some live music. Will you do it?
Me, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do that, and then I want to play the world debut of the Ship of Fools collaborative video project. It took like 8 weeks, but it was worth it. I think it was worth it. It ended up being really fun. So
We actually started it before the virus, knowing something big was coming.
That's right.
Exactly. So what do you got for us, Karen?
Come on, Karen.
The song with the prescription chart that I sent you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna kind of ruin it by doing it now, but
No, not at all. You do it now, and then next week or the week after, when we get ready, we'll do a collaborative video with it, and I'll play accordion.
Okay. Well, I can't.
Karen, you couldn't ruin it. You're too good. You're just too good.
Oh, okay. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that.
All right, Karen, take it away.
All right. Cuando llegué tudo estava virado. Apenas viram, me viram, mas eu mesma viram sozinhos. Só entrou no jogo porque estou mesmo depois de esgotar o tempo regulamentar. De um lado ao outro, só foram que disse o meu nariz arrebentado, que não leu pra casa. Mas se você vem perto, vou lá, eu vou dar o canto do cis como o canto do olho. A menina dança e dentro da menina ainda dança. Se você fecha o olho, a menina ainda dança e dentro da menina ainda dança até o sol raiar, até o sol raiar, até dentro de você nascer. Ser o que há quando chegue tudo estava virado. Apenas viram, me viram, mas mesma viram sonho. Quando cheguei tudo estava virado. Apenas viram, me viram, mas mesma viram sonho.
There we go. All right, they're all clapping, and I have them all muted. So hold on. Everybody clap again. Everybody clap again.
Wow, bravo. Outstanding.
Awesome. Awesome.
You know, Ed, when you first figured out how to get all of the people up on the screen, it was such a relief to hear somebody play and then everybody clap. I was like, oh, there it is. There's the applause afterwards.
There's the clap. And your microphone must be broken because I didn't understand a word you said.
Yeah, and then that's okay. I to fix it.
Maybe my hearing has finally gone
But
down the drain.
didn't change at all.
It sounded very pretty though. I like that
I
song.
wanted to sing next time in English. I'm just like stuck on this like Portuguese and Spanish
That's
thing.
beautiful. So
Oh, that wasn't English? Oh my gosh, no wonder I didn't understand.
No, it has a nice cadence for that rhythm. It was really cool.
It's really, yeah.
Thank
It's really cool to be able to sing. Like, I can't sing in English, let alone in another language.
Yeah,
So that's all for you.
I'll attest to that. You got one more for us, Karen?
Oh, thanks, Eddie.
Sure. That was good. I'm going to do this one in Spanish. This is from the Buena Vista Social Club. Michael knows it already.
All right, go for it.
All right. En el tronco de un árbol de una niña grabó su nombre henchida de placer. Y el árbol conmovido allá en su seno a la niña una flor dejó caer. Yo soy el árbol conmovido y triste. Tú eres la niña que en mi tronco hirió. Yo guardo siempre tu querido nombre y tú que has hecho de mi pobre flor. En el tronco de una niña grabó su nombre henchida de placer. Y en el árbol conmovido allá en su seno a la niña una flor dejó caer. Yo soy el árbol conmovido y triste. Tú eres la niña que mi tronco hirió. Yo guardo siempre tu querido nombre y tú que has hecho de mi pobre flor.
That was great.
Thank you, guys.
All right, and now for our
That's
next
great.
game show. What has changed on the screen?
David Lindsay's in the
Hey, guys.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you?
All right, all right.
Good
Sounded
to see
good,
you.
Karen.
Thanks, Dave. Nice to see you.
Nice. Hey, nice to be seen.
Like just before COVID-19 happened. I suddenly
That's-
ran into you after like 5 years in Norwalk. And then
That's right.
I was like, maybe I'll be seeing you again soon. I'm planning on coming out a lot more often now.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
I'm just seeing a lot more people more frequently, but just not in person.
Right, right. Well, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I hope so. I miss going out and I miss, seeing my friends in person and shaking hands and giving hugs and giving kisses on the cheeks and,
Yeah.
having fun.
Well, I was listening to Randy Stone before, and he was saying how he's basically retired, and so his days haven't changed that much. I work out of my house for years, and things haven't changed that much for me either, just day to day. But being able to go out and play gigs, that's really the main thing that I miss the most.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Right? It's really missing that.
And people are saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's going to come back." I had a Facebook exchange with a guy from from What Up Funk Band, and he's like, "We need to get out there. We need to do a show. It's safe to go back and get it." And I'm like, "My phone ain't ringing."
Yeah, no, that's not anytime soon, I don't think.
No, I'm preparing myself. When I started this show, I thought we'll do this for 2 weeks.
Right.
3 weeks. We'll just have some fun, and then we'll be back, and it'll be fine, and it'll help Bobby at least keep the visibility, whatever. And,
Right.
and now I'm like, never going back. It's just gonna be like this forever now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back in stages, you know, like everybody else. Like the first step will be the band gets together in the basement with no audience and no clapper, and then we perform together, and then post
Right.
it, and like, you know, consecutively. And then we'll all get picked one by one.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, you know what I think it's going to happen is the summer's going to come and people are going to have backyard parties. And
Right.
That's how it'll come back. And there'll be backyard parties and we'll live stream those. But I don't think the phone's going to ring from the venue. I could be wrong. Maybe in 2 weeks they'll be like, "Oh, we were all kidding. We're back," you know, but I don't think so.
I don't think so. And you know, I mean, my band, the Straight Jackets, there's half the band wants to get right back out there, and I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, you know, outside venues, okay, I would do an outside gig. Indoors, I don't think so. Not right now.
Right.
Yeah, because you know, I'm pretty good at not patching things and not giving things. I almost never get sick. Like, I hold my breath if I'm too close to people, like in general.
Right.
Like, somebody shakes my hand and I'm not sure, I just go wash my hands, you know, like, I almost never get sick, so I almost kind of feel like I could probably, like, avoid it, you know, if I just do what I normally do and be a total germaphobe. You know, actually, like, after this 2 months of being at home, I'm kind of starting to think, like, maybe if I just have a lot of organic wild blueberries and like make myself really strong and take a lot of walks and like help the immune system, and then I'm just gonna go out and be like, you know, all right, guys, I'm coming over. You know, I'm coming to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You know what I learned? What I just learned from that whole thing you just said? I learned that you need to move to Boulder, Colorado, because everybody's like you there.
You're missing out.
Yeah, but-
I'm here because of you guys, and I'm, you know, looking out for my dad and stuff. And now I have a good job, but you know, if any, you know, who knows? At some point in my life, maybe I'll end up there.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but guys,
You might come to me, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, Boulder's cool. I've been there.
Yeah, Boulder's amazing. Yeah.
you know, what I think, you know, one of the things I'm considering, I can put together a location where we can easily maintain social distancing, you know, of 6 to 8 feet, and still have a very large area to play to. And, you know, I think those are the things we should be thinking about going forward into the summer. If we're, you know, with the Levitt canceled, and, you know, what's the reality of like what they're talking about with, let's say, Sunset Grill, you know, if they do social distancing, maybe they could get 1/3 of the people they normally get. So if it's not economically feasible for them to do that, in addition to all of the cleanliness, you know, I know from my business, the cleanliness we have to now supply to public spaces and stuff. So, you know, maybe we have to look for some outdoor venues that we could put together ourselves and come together, do everything socially correct,
Yeah.
the right distancing.
And they'll let
And-
people in the front door, like at the grocery store, like, you know, only one person, like at a time, and then
Right.
6 feet apart, and they'll have little X's all over the, you know, outdoor area where you can stand.
There's an Austrian musician with a hard to pronounce name, and Hubert van Goysen, and he's a cool character. He's kind of like a mix between like hokey Austrian old-fashioned music and Peter Gabriel. Like, he's like a really cool artist. and he bought a barge, a really big barge, and he put a stage on it with a lighting grid, and he goes up and down the Danube River from, I don't know, Budapest to Turkey to Vienna, and he pulls the barge up in a city, and the crowd is in the city, and he plays off the barge. And maybe we ought to do that.
Wow.
Where's your boat when we need it, Ed?
Where's the chipper B? Yeah, broken up into a dump. Oh my God, I failed on that one. So,
who brought that up?
All right, so Dave Lindsay, tell me a little bit about this collaborative video that you participated in with Anthony Benny and me and Dougie and Scott Bounty.
Well, yes, as you know, it took some time to pull it together, but we did, and everybody, it's just like all the other videos. Everybody did their part from home, and then compiled everything into a single video. I did a version of it, but Ed's version sounds so much better. That's why I was asking you about those audio tweaks, because I need to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, when I treat it like an audio project. When I get these files in, these video files, I immediately separate the audio into a digital audio workstation, and then I do my audio engineering maggage. To me, it's not a video project. To me, it's an audio project, and then you cut the video together later to the better audio.
No, I could see that's what you were concentrating on. Now I come from the other side because I don't know anything about sweetening up that audio, but I know how to do the visual side. That's my thing. So yeah.
Seeing a collaboration coming on between the two of you, audio. And
yeah, well, I'm about to show you one. There's Anthony Benny sitting in Florida, and Anthony, I got to tell you, it was so funny. I'm mixing the audio. And you're playing the bass on the porch, and then you're singing out on the porch where you're sitting right now. And I've been at Anthony's house. Like behind him, about 20 yards is a barge canal, is a canal. And there's there's the palm trees or whatever out there, and there are cicada bugs out there. And I got your audio track, and I'm like, what's that odd sound? And it was the cicada bugs, which were louder than your voice on your audio recording. You can actually hear them.
We're used to it. You hear the splashing. There was the mullet. We have mullet, not the hairstyle, but the fish in our canal, and they jump a lot. They go,
Exactly.
And we've even had dolphins in our backyard.
All right, I'm gonna go play that video for you guys right now.
Do it.
Cool.
Right?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let me see if I can push the right buttons here and make this happen. Here we go.
Sleep at night.
and there it is.
God.
Nice.
Oh, geez.
The Grateful Dead never played it better.
Nice job, Dave.
The best part of that video is Tony dancing during the guitar solos.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's
I
nothing
know,
like it.
And then
Very
he lets his
unappreciated.
dog in.
It's
The
already been
dog
Right.
underappreciated by the vast majority.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for putting it together, Ed.
That was, yeah, sure. Thank you for all your help with it. It was great. These collaborative videos are frustrating and awesome at the same time, you know?
It's a lot of fun when they come together.
Listen, is it better to fight with sending video files, or is it better to lug your drum set to a gig? I don't know. You know?
At least you could control how many guitarists are on stage at one time.
I've never been able to do that successfully.
Yeah, I know.
That is not one of my
Two different speakers of hell.
Phenomenal.
Cool, man. Cool.
All right, you guys, that was super good. Great to see you.
Thank you, Ed.
Look who I got.
What's up, everybody?
Eric.
Vasquez here.
Dave, how are you, man?
Good, man. Hey, Ed, I just need to give a little shout out to a couple people here. So everybody knows the Sky, the cupcake guy, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So Sky had the idea. It was National Nurses Week last week. Sky had the idea of putting together some music performances for nurses at Norwalk Hospital, and he got a hold of me to see if I could help him get it together. And so just seeing Eric reminds me, because Eric was over at the hospital this afternoon doing an hour set for the nurses there during their shift change. So some of them got to see some live music, and we've been doing it all week long. Started last Wednesday, and tomorrow's the last day. But I just want to shout out to Eric, Steve Avidable, you guys know, Steve Keith, Steve Ferenzi, Bill Nolman.
Oh wow!
And I'm missing. Hector Perez did a show. So I want to just thank those guys a lot. It was really well received at the hospital. Everybody loved it. And it was, and the performers, most of the performers all said to me how much they enjoyed doing it and being able to, provide some entertainment for those on the front lines. So it was a great project. So thank you, Eric.
And thank you for doing that, Dave. I mean,
great job, guys.
I've been following along since the beginning with Sky on that, and thank you so much for all your help putting that all together.
Yeah, no, it came out really great.
A lot of people happy. I heard
Yeah.
great things about it.
No, it was awesome. I think it was awesome.
It was a real joy to be able to do it. You can actually see, when people are coming in for their shift, that some people are beaten down and they hear some music and they're like, what's this vibe that's happening here in the front line? And you can see eyes light up behind the mask. So it was a real pleasure to be able to serve
Speaking of masks, everybody had to wear a mask while they were singing. And I was there the other day watching Steve Ferenzi play, and like every time he was take a breath in between lines that he was singing, the mask would like suck into his mouth. I'm like, oh man, that must really suck. But everybody, was a trooper and pulled it off.
Yeah, it's the least we could do for all they do. It really was unbelievable experience. So thank you again for the invitation.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
And I also think when we all can get back together, we should do something for Sky, because Sky has been all over the place, and he's so upbeat, and he's also supported our community, for years now.
Absolutely.
And he's a great, while he may not be a musician, he is a great spokesman for us. And his overall positive personality. I mean, I watch some of his stuff every day. It cracks me up.
Right.
And he's just the greatest guy. And he can't be pushing as many cupcakes as he was, and he's got a new
Right.
location, and I think we got to come together and not only support them, but do something to thank them for supporting us.
By all means.
Couldn't agree more.
I'd be happy to join that, AJ.
Yeah, and if you guys need a singer anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
There's two.
All right, Eric, what are you going to do for us?
So I did this one earlier today. I've been playing around with a song originally sung by Kermit the Frog called Being Green, which Ray Charles did an unbelievable tear-jerking version of, I think about a decade later. And then Van Morrison put it on his Hard Nose for the Highway album. So I've been kind of messing around, and I think I've found myself in the song, but of course borrowing from the masters. So I'm gonna do Being Green.
All right, go for it.
It's not easy being green. Having to live each day, colors of the leaves. When it would be nice to be in red, yellow, gold, something much more colorful like that. It's not easy being green. Since you blend in with so many other ordinary things, and people tend to pass you by. You're not standing out like sparkles on water or stars in the sky. But green can be cool and friendly like many kind of people. Green can be big like an ocean or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. And when green's all there is to be, yeah, it can make you wonder why. But I wonder I am green. And I do just fine. It's what I want to be. But green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like so many people. Green can be big like an ocean or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. And when green's all there is to be, yeah, it can make you wonder why. But I wonder I am green. Yeah, I do just fine. That's what I wanna be. I'm green and I do just fine. That's what I wanna be. What I wanna be, yeah. I am green and I'll do just fine. I don't wanna be blue. I just wanna be what I want to be. I just wanna be green.
That was great.
Thanks,
I
man.
want you to hear them clap. Keep clapping, everybody.
Hey, I got something to throw in there.
You made that swing.
Thanks, bro. Thank you so much.
I had the privilege of playing with Joe Raposo's son for about 20 years.
Amazing.
And Joe Raposo, as you know, wrote that song. And he was the musical, impetus behind the whole Muppets, movement. And also a founder of Channel 13 with his wife. And I'm here to tell you, he would have really appreciated that. That was great. That was great, man.
Thank you so much, AJ. I appreciate
man.
that.
That was cool.
Yeah,
And that was a great interpretation. And that's, by the way, an Oscar-winning song.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe Jr. When his dad was battling leukemia for about 20 years, and I think that's about right, if I remember correctly, because I'm going back to many years ago, and this guy was incredible. He wrote for Sinatra. He wrote for he wrote Sing for the Carpenters. And I mean, if you look at his work, as a guy who was very into public television and, just spreading music around the world, an awesome guy and an awesome rendition. Awesome.
Thank you. It took me about 2 weeks to not cry at the end of playing because it's so beautiful. I mean, it's one of those things. I heard the Ray Charles version and I still tear up. I've watched it about 100 times the last couple of weeks, and he is a master songwriter. So,
yeah. If you look up, I believe there was a time not too long ago where his catalog of music was still producing about $1 million a year in royalties. And I believe that might still be true, but I'm not sure about that anymore. But one thing I could tell you, he was the nicest guy. And I always remember one day sitting with him in his house down in Bronxville. And he said, he goes, if you want to do this, not only do you need to understand music, you need to understand poetry and understand how to put the lyrics together with the music to tell a story. And I also recall at his funeral, Walter Cronkite gave his eulogy.
Whoa.
So I don't know about you cats, but I'm never going to have anybody do anything like that, for me. But that was something I will never forget,
What an experience.
And I mean, this cat wrote for everybody, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra. You just look up his catalog and it wasn't any real one genre. And meanwhile, understanding that while he was doing this, he basically was living with a terminal disease.
Oh wow, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Wow,
He
terrible.
He
Terrible.
passed from leukemia, but he was in remission, I think, for about 20 years.
Wow.
No,
Well, he
he
has
was
a gift.
cool
He has a gift,
cat.
for sure. The light shined through him. Randy, by the way, I don't think we've ever met, so it's nice to connect with you.
Likewise, man. Yeah, very nice to meet you. That was very impressive. You made it your own.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
that was hip, man. He'd be proud of you.
I'm gonna,
I didn't think that's a swing, but he made it swing.
I got asked to do. There's something called the Pajama Program in New York City that I, through some friends, know people who have donated time, and it's about reading to young disadvantaged children. But now they're inviting musicians to be a part of it. So I was talking with my wife, and she loves the Hard Nosed the Highway record. by Van, and she said, you should do Being Green. And I listened to it, and it blew me away. And then I, went back and studied it and tried to just transmute it. So thank you guys for the compliments. Really, I appreciate it. It's hits me in the heart. So thank you so much.
Well
and
done.
If you get a chance,
And Ed, how have you been?
What were you gonna say, AJ?
I was going to say, if you get a chance,
yeah, go ahead, Ed.
Check out the Electric Company, which was the precursor to Sesame Street, which was also
right.
Joe and his wife, and I mean, when I went down to the memorial service for Joe's wife, for Joe Jr.'s mom, I never realized how integral a part they were of getting Channel 13 started.
Absolutely. And in those days, Channel 13 was not what it is today. Public television was not what it is today. They were like the little bastard child of the television industry.
Absolutely.
And my mother told a story that in the 60s, so I was born in 64, and in the 60s, maybe 66 or 67, I could be getting the dates wrong. She was at a party. A friend of hers was the editor of Time magazine at the time, and she was invited to a party, and there was this hippy dippy guy at the party, and wearing his like hippy dippy outfit named Jim Henson, right? And he was introduced like, oh, this is Jim Henson, and he has a puppet show on Channel 13, right? And he was like, well, yeah, actually, I'm trying to do more than that. And my mother said, oh, no. She said to Jim Henson, she said, I've seen your show with my young child, my two, however old, whatever year it was just the beginning of Sesame Street. And she said, I would stick with that. I think you'll do very well with that because children love you. That's what my mother told Jim Henson at the party. And, the rest is history. So
See, Ma knows best.
Wow.
And it was funny, and you're right, it was the bastard child because in the beginning, they sadly branded it educational television, which is the worst thing you could tell a kid. Like, I'm going to watch the educational channel, but they quickly made it fun, which they did with a song like that, Jim Henson, Electric Company. All of a sudden, it got rid of the education stigma, and it was actually fun to watch when you're a kid.
That's right. They were smart. And then I had the pleasure of working with Jim Henson. I was in the television business, and they shot at a studio called Unitel up the road, and that's where Sesame Street is, right? So Sesame Street, if you go there, I've been there, is like, it is so packed in there that like you've got one set like on top of the other set, and you're standing in the other one set. You're standing in the Mr. Hooper store or whatever it is while you're on the street. And it's like they push things out of the way. They don't have a lot of room. So whenever they did specials, they used our studio. We have a studio down the road, 52nd and 11th. And we did like the Linda Ronstadt with the Muppet Mariachi Band.
Oh, yeah.
And we did all their specials. We had a truck, and we did Big Bird at Lincoln Center, and all that stuff. We shot all that stuff. It was really fun. They were a wonderful group of people. They were not like the New York television jaded people. Yeah. They were like sweet, nice, caring, funny people that just loved each other. And by then, this was in the late 80s that I did that. They were already successful and on a roll and all that, but they never lost the creativity. They never lost that sort of that spark. And that's why Sesame Street worked and the Muppets worked.
Yeah.
And the most interesting part of that, because I am 10 years older than you, Ed.
Right.
I can remember, I am. I can remember when there was little or no content on Channel 13 before Sesame Street or the Electric Company or any of those shows.
Right.
I dreamed of a day where there would be another TV channel because in my day there was only 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11.
Right.
And 5, 9, and 11 were really cheesy reruns, or you had Officer Joel Bolton with the Three Stooges and Captain Jack McCarthy and
Soupy Sales.
Yeah, right. I love Soupy Sales.
So did I.
Soupy
Matter of
Sales.
fact, just interjecting real quick, somebody said before, what was the first concert you went to? The first concert I went to was I badgered my parents to take me to see Soupy Sales at Fairfield U when I was 8 years old, and the opening act was the Beau Brummels.
Oh no, yeah, the Beau Brummels were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, you know, my first show, as I said earlier, was I went down to buy tickets for the Knicks, and I ended up going to the Doors, you know, at the first show. That was the first show at Madison Square Garden.
And there are no Beau Brummels, but they'll do.
Yeah,
the Beau Brummels were cool, man.
Very cool. All right, Eric. So play us another song. You got anything else?
I do, and if my battery runs out before the song is over, it was a pleasure talking with you guys. But I've got 30 minutes
That would
left.
actually be a first for Jam TV. So go ahead, make it
All
happen.
right. I'm gonna do a Light Warriors song. This one's called Everything.
Very cool.
Feelings make us break down and cry. Is it a lie? All these times we ask ourselves, why do we cry so much? All we try to do is get across our own point of view. We're doing the best we can to listen, try to understand all these things that we do. Is everything eventually fits neatly in a place? If everything with love crumbled neatly in disgrace, bringing anguish to our face, will we catch a broken heart and just hide in a safe place? Is everything eventually fits neatly in a place? There's always some need to fight for control in the face of loss, never fully comprehending consequences of actions at all costs. To go past the healing for all lost souls, sad melodies blow. Yeah, it's time to relax, and just let it all flow. Let's display our secrets on our shirts, exposing them to the grime and the dirt, but not sheltering ourselves to avoid being hurt. Oh, is everything eventually? Everything eventually, everything eventually fits neatly in a place.
Yeah, baby.
Nicely done.
All right. Thank you so much. Whew, that felt good. I got like a little high off of that.
No, that sounded real good. Real good.
Indeed.
And I love you. You're Mr. Promotion. You know, you're. It's Eric, but he's like on Light Warriors. You know,
Channeling light. You know, I mean, we're all energy. That's all we are. We're just energy bouncing off each other and feeding each other. So let's channel the light, and especially in these times, you know, we as musicians have a responsibility to bring joy to people. And you know, Ed, you're doing that with your show, and AJ, I know you got a booming voice, and Randy, I know I've checked out some of your videos too. So like, what an unbelievable thing that we're all doing for people, and it's just amazing that we're alive right now, because we could all be dead tomorrow, you know.
Yeah, I'm aware. And we act like we're doing it for other people, but we get more joy than they do. I mean,
I do.
you know, I have so many. I can't imagine anybody has more fun playing than I do. You know, just it's always a joy.
Absolutely.
Super good.
You know, I think that's true for all of us. You know, I do this to see people's faces.
Yeah.
And when I see them smile, I know, you know, for whatever little bit any of us can contribute, when you see that coming back to you and the community that it builds, I mean, I'm sure you've all experienced people coming up to you and they start talking to you like they know you, and you realize, okay, this is somebody that's seen us somewhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just amazing how music not only can bring us all together, as has been experienced all the way back since the 60s to now, but how our music lives on. I mean, you know, I'm amazed. I always thought there would be new instruments invented, you know, and there would be different kinds of music. But rock and roll and folk and blues and the American music, root music, is here to stay.
Yeah, it's very good. And you're right about getting feedback. I think all of us can relate to, you're in a band, you're playing, you're starting the evening off. As soon as that first person gets up to dance, and usually, thankfully, it's a girl, the whole band is like 20% more instantly just on that one feedback.
Right.
Well, I've always said some of the best audiences I've ever played to are 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I mean, I like playing to big crowds, you know, and we've all done that. But sometimes, you know, you show up at a club and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and you only got a few people in there, and most of them you don't recognize or know. And if they sit down and you lay it down and they groove on it, I mean, to me, one person digging what you're doing is just as good as 1,000.
Absolutely.
Agree in full.
I will never forget. I played, like, there are fans that I will never forget. And there was this gig that I had with a band at Partners Cafe, and the room was packed and everybody was having a great time, a successful gig, but I didn't feel like the crowd really got how the band was doing real good stuff, and I didn't get that they were connecting with us. But there was this one guy, and he was sort of leaning against the post for the whole show and looking at us like, hey, you guys are really far out, you know, like he was like looking at us and connecting with us. And I'll never forget that guy. I'm like, that's the guy we're playing for. That guy right
that's
there.
all it takes. Yep.
One guy.
You know, that's all you really need. I mean,
his battery went out.
Yeah, I did.
You know, you find one person out there, you know, or a couple, or sometimes I you know, Ed, to this day, I will never forget the night we were playing at the we were playing the Black Duck, and it was, you know, a jam night, and it was all of us. And this cat walks up and he tries to lay $100 bill on me.
I remember.
And I'm like, what's that? And this guy goes, look, I know how good you guys are all working, and I know you don't get a lot of whatever, you know, you don't get a lot coming back at you. And I just want to lay this on you. And I looked at him, I said, hey man, I don't even know what to do with this because we've never had this experience. And as far as I'm concerned, take it over to the bar lay it on them, buy drinks for everybody and the
No,
band.
wait, I thought we got it, and we got shots for everybody on the
Yeah,
stage.
we did. We got shots for
we
everybody.
got tequila for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. You remember
what
that night.
we do with $100 at a bar? What could we do? I did,
But I mean, how cool was that? I mean, a random guy, he was having a good night. I'm sure he must have had something happen in his life that was cool. And, he just wanted to appreciate what he was seeing and what he was hearing.
Yeah.
Right.
And to me, that's, how good does it ever get?
Right.
How good does, if you could bring joy
That's
to
good love.
somebody,
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
I'll just, when I see somebody smiling, I'll just work that much harder.
Yeah, right, exactly. Couldn't agree more. All right, so listen, I'm going to play a video now from a guy. So listen to this. So I get an email, I get a text or something on Facebook, and then an email from a jam community like ours, of like a whole bunch of people that used to do jams before the pandemic in Australia. And they're like, we heard about, we saw your Jam TV show on Facebook somehow, and we want to be part of it. So they're starting to send me videos to be on our thing, and I'm going to be sending them things, or they're going to be extracting from Jam TV and showing it in Australia, which is kind of fun. So I want to play a clip of a young guy, and he is an Australian guy who just goes to the jams there. So there he is.
So, Ed, do you think that's the guy that Billy says has been following us for like a couple of 3 years now?
I don't know.
Yeah, Billy's been telling me about a guy from Australia that's been following us for quite a while. He knows all our names.
That's funny.
And, Billy could tell you more about it if we could get him on.
I'll ask Billy. Maybe that connection happened there. But these people have been following what we're doing, and it's a whole jam community. And I think this isn't the leader of the jam community. This guy is named Andrew Moverly. And anyway, I'm gonna play his song right now. Here we go.
Cool.
Yeah, g'day.
And of course, he plays this song.
To you from Sydney, Australia. Cheers, Ed, for having us on the show, and hey to everyone at Jam TV. I did want to do this outside today, but it's actually raining here in Sydney. But probably for the best, because like the crocodile in the pool or the snakes might jump out of the trees. Or the kangaroos jump in the fence. Nah, it's not that bad. Well, this one's about Australia. Traveling a fried out combi, a hippie trail full of zombies. Met a strange lady that made me nervous. Took me in and made me breakfast. I come from a land down under. Women glow and men they plunder. Can you hear the thunder? Yeah. You better run, better take cover. Buying bread from a man in Brussels. 6'4" and full of muscles. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and give me a Vegemite sandwich. I come from a land down under. Women glowing and each other. Can you hear the thunder? Yeah. You better run, better take cover. Lying in a den in Bombay. You slack jaw, not much to say. I said, are you trying to tempt me? 'Cause I come from the land laying low and man each other. Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
There's Scotty.
That's the man.
You know, that tone.
I was just going to say the same thing, AJ. I can't believe it. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he is one guy that always pays attention to his tone.
Yeah,
absolutely. Not only is he one of the tastiest guys around, he's one of the nicest guys.
Absolutely.
Around.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah, so you know what he did? He I'm sure you guys saw it. He went out and he must have had like a little, his iPhone playing a track, and he played along with it, and you could hardly hear the track. You could just hear him, and he held the whole thing down with his guitar on the porch like that. And somebody filmed him, one of his neighbors. He played for the neighborhood, and I saw it, and I wrote him, and I said, "Can I put some backing tracks on that?" So I put a drum track on it, and then I did a piano and a Hammond organ part, and I had so much fun, like playing with Scotty again. It was
kidding.
really
Yes.
nice.
Yep,
And-
always
and
love playing with him.
You know what I like most about him? As you know, I pride myself on playing in bands with amazing lead guitarists. And what I love about Scotty, not only is he my friend and, we've worked together and done other stuff, but he is the least egotistical, the nicest player, a team guy. He's not out there trying to, upstage everybody.
Do the big swing and strat kind of thing, right?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, he can play. I mean, this guy, I listen to him play, and I just love it because his personality comes out in his playing. He's a soft-spoken guy. He's a really unbelievably nice and charitable person.
Yes.
But rarely, I got to tell you, I work with lead guitarists. I want to kill him, and this guy, I just love him because
I've never had that experience.
you can lock in with him, and he knows where you're going. You know where he's going.
Yep.
And there's no. I remember I was down at the Fillmore when Jeff Beck pushed Rod Stewart right off the stage because they couldn't work together.
They hated each other. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. And when you find somebody like him, it's just amazing because he really can play his ass off. And then he comes up to you, he goes, "Do you think that was okay?"
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I go, Do I think it was okay? Are you kidding me? No, I one of my favorites in the community.
And I know he's watching. I just exchanged a text with him.
Good.
I know he's watching.
Scotty,
the show
great
right
job,
now.
man.
Scotty,
really
you're
good,
the man, man.
All right, I got one more video. We have a 4-hour time limit on this show because of technical reasons. I got one more video. You guys hang out. Here it goes.
Douchey. They look great. They look great, Dad. Douchey. Stone the Family Stone. Woo!
All the small things, true care, true things. I'll take one lift. You're right, best trip. Always, I
right. We made it through another night of Jam TV.
Cool, man. Cool.
That was great. I had to play the second video you did, Randy.
Thank you.
That
And
was
me and my two
badass.
friends, I think that was take 2. We never played together. And like, we have a band. So there it was with a couple glasses of wine in me. It was fun.
Yeah, that's really fun. Really great. I hope
Sounded
you guys
good.
get together and do more. I hope you submit more to the show.
Yeah, we will. We already have plans for a couple more.
All right, cool. That's really great. All right, you guys, great to see you.
Likewise. Great
All
show.
right.
Well, I'm going to sign off by saying goodnight to Steve Wexler, the God of Thunder.
Yes.
It is.
All right.
No,
all
and,
y'all.
good night to all of our jam friends from all the local jams. I miss everybody. I really do. I just want to, I don't know, come to one of those jams and have some crappy wine and overindulge and make an idiot out of myself. I miss it.
Absolutely.
We're
All right,
all
good-
with you, brother. We're all with you.
Great to see you guys.
Take care.
Thanks, Ed.
Good night.
All right, and that's GMTV. Yeah, thanks everybody. That was a fun show. We were at 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 8 seconds out of our 4-hour allotment, and we had a lot of music. And there's about 5 or 6 videos that I didn't even get to for tonight, including a young lady from Estonia who I did an interview with today. That's definitely going to be on the show next week. I have a friend of Per Larson's who lives in Sweden, and he's got a great video. And I've got a whole bunch more videos that are going to be played next week for sure. Look forward to all having you on Jam TV. Do collaborations. Do anything you can to make music. It will make you happy. It will make you feel good about seeing the people that you jam with and play music with, and it'll give you a break from whatever it is you're going through right now. I hope everybody is happy and healthy, and I wish you the best from Jam TV. I will see you next week.